Hello, everybody, and welcome to Weave of Fate Generations Age of Myths Part 1 or Arc 1. Arc 1, Session 1. Guys, hello and welcome to Hell. How are we all doing today? Let's just go around, get some vibe checks going. I know everyone in chat.
Vibes aren't real.
Vibes aren't real? What?
No.
They have not been conceived yet.
Wow.
Oh, true. That is fair.
That too, but no, they don't exist.
Okay. Well, Millman is anti-vibe right now, which is fair. Charlie, how are you doing?
I'm having a great time. However, if I was in the age of no toilet paper, I too would be having a shitty time.
I can't, get rid of experience for you as a punishment yet, since you don't have it.
I'm at 0, yeah. Give me negative experience.
Hey, Patrick, Mr. Underground, how you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful.
I'm surprised you showed up. Thought I was gonna find a sub immediately, but thank you so much.
No.
Alex, how are you doing, bud?
I am well. I'm looking forward to immediately rolling a backup character after we all die this morning.
Okay. I am too, man. I can't wait. I have... You know what? No one asked me, so I'm just gonna speak. I've had a hell of a week. It's been super busy at work, but every fucking night this week, except for Tuesday, we've been playing some kind of game. And that's been keeping me going. I'm feeding off your energy. I'm feeding off your hate and anger. Oh, man. I want you all to know, every time you tell me to go fuck myself, I gain another year of life. So, thanks, Rumble Roar, for the 69.
Like a League
Preemptive. Nice.
You sound like a League of Legends player, right?
I am. I'm not dead yet, and that's what matters. So... without further ado, why don't I set the scene for you? Would you guys like that?
Yes.
Are we ready to begin?
Yes.
There's no recap, so instead, we will have some prologue speech right now. Our adventure begins, one and all, at the dawn of man. In the future, it will seem as though this moment is of a grand rising star of predestined ancestors, handing out the present to well-deserving heroes of the modern age. It will feel, when talked about, that this moment should be romanticized in the fog of time. It is hard to imagine now that for tens of thousands of years, little more than apes with sharpened sticks looked at an incredibly hostile, murderous world in great fear. A fear that was well realized, as the world, in the beginning, is a charnel house pitting the new living creatures against each other. Carnivores, predators, herbivores, and prey each struggle in a perpetual death match that leads from one generation to another. Humanity, as an omnivore, acts as both predator and prey, and are two sucked into the spiral of eat or be eaten. Calculating ruthlessness leaves nothing for softness when death, the spiraling orb in the skyline that chases your world, watches the struggling labors of those who will inevitably join her. Only coldness, only actions will lead to continued survival, until at last all will be consumed. Yet, although this world pits all creatures against each other, there are moments of lucidity. There is sense in the permanent conflict between the living as species skirmish against and consume one another. There is a logic, a chain of actions that occur to show successful creatures regardless of appearance or characteristics. There is simplicity as humans struggle against creatures in their environment with nothing but their hands, feet, and minds to determine the difference between life and death. And in times of peace, where the pause of constant conflict between man and world are halted, which bridge the gap between our ancestors and us, It is while staring at the night sky with the moons above our heads that we imagine what can be. Hopes, wants, dreams, and ambitions all compete there in the headspace that, when functioning with pure logic, only looks for ways to eat and reproduce. In those moments when survival isn't a concern, the future is laid before us all, and we can, quite vividly, see the future. Our ancestors never could imagine the circumstances we live in now, but we, in reverse, can. We can look back on what it is like to live in a world of simplicity and follow, like a thread on a great tapestry being pulled, how it was we came to stand where we are. As if pulling on a rope, each tug being akin to a generation of mortal humans who would die for their ultimate ambition, we can see where it was their dreams took those that came after them. We will pull on the thread of fate now, to look upon the age where only myths lay, and see what trials each generation of man had to face to get where we are now. Boys, we set our scene with the crackling of a fire and a black void of nothingness far above us on a mountain cliffside. Sitting upon the edge with your camp behind you, a group of adult humans sit, plot, and plan their next move. Currently, their tribe has decided to linger within this mountain range, as one of their members is about to give birth. This will leave that tribal member vulnerable for weeks, if not months, and the tribe must quickly find shelter away from the sky predators that can be defended from opportunistic predators who will find easy prey amongst your tribe. So tell me, members of the Big Tooth tribe, who are you, and what is your idea? We will start with you, Tunga. Please, introduce yourself and describe your character.
Oh my goodness. Tunga is definitely not the brightest bulb in the bunch. Tunga doesn't even understand the concept of bright or anything other than the Great Wrinkle Brain, one of his comrades. He thinks to himself that, or possibly out loud, you never really know with these weird cavemen, that they need shelter of some kind, and then to find some source of food, whether it's like getting something to jump off like a cliff, or scaring a goat so that it does the stupid like fall over paralysis thing, or maybe we have to kill and eat people. But you have to do what you got to do to make the youngins survive.
Tunga, what is your idea, and who do you say this to?
I go to the Great Wrinkle Brain, of course,
Oh,
and tell him that we need to find a cave. Tunga want find cave.
Mr. Millman, could you please introduce Wrinkle Brain Crick, your character?
So, you see, like, we're all hunched over, right, looking over the edge. You see Crinkle Brain kind of, like, think more like dread-looking hair, really smelly looking, but doesn't actually smell. Like, you look at him, you're like, that motherfucker stinks. That's Crinkle Brain. Right? He looks like he's covered in mud, or shit, or both. Bit of ash mixed in there, just to help with the whole scent thing. But he's always got his little like Schmeagol hunch going on, even when he's standing upright. We don't know why. His spine is perfectly fine, and he's probably sitting there picking at his teeth with some stick or something that he found that shouldn't be in his mouth. And he's probably scouring, obviously, the hillside, listening to, was it Chunga? Complaining about needing a cave. Tunga. Complaining about needing a cave, so obviously he's looking for a cave.
I see.
And obviously keeping an eye up, because the last thing we need is to hear a single noise of a swoop noise and then a child's missing.
Indeed. You are paying attention, like many people, to the sky. Currently it is nighttime, and your tribe, maybe like 30 feet behind you, is currently discussing the same problem, but you, as leading warriors, each and all, can always make your own decision and bring it up as like a group initiative that you wish to pursue. And as Wrinkle Brain Crick looks to his right or left, he will spot none other than Tac Tac. Lexicon, can you please describe your character?
Tac Tac is the resident shaman of the group, and he is definitely covered in shit. No ifs or buts about it. He is taller and lankier than most of the other well-muscled cavemen. Not really one for extraneous physical activity where it isn't required. He is often found smoking things he has found on the ground or ingesting various things. And he says to Wrinklebrain, we must retreat further into the mountains to find shelter. And he's also looking into the sky, but not for predators, for rain, to try and avoid any rain that may extinguish our only source of light in these mountains.
There is a heavy overcast, but it does not smell of rain. You cannot feel that humidity, that wetness that will soon come to drench your flames and freeze you all in the windy, cavernous mountains you are treading into. And that only leaves one other person here amongst your little squad of friends, your little litter mates, as it were. Each of you, some sort of half-sibling, first cousin to eighth cousin. You're all somewhat related to one another, and with his big burly arms, with his just rippling muscles that could rip a brick in half, we have none other than Joblin. How are you doing? Could you please describe your character for us, Joblin?
The best way to describe him first is a few words. Brawn before brain. He is probably the strongest member of his tribe. He does all of the heavy lifting. He does all of the carrying. He does all of basically moving around of things within the tribe because he's the one that could. And therefore, it's out of everyone else in the tribe, he probably has like the least free time. But in these few moments of planning on what to do, he can be seen like one of his like javelins or like wooden spears, just like absent-mindedly drawing in the sand, occasionally looking out into the terrain. We need a spot where the rain will not reach, where no predators are. Mountains are dangerous, but spots hidden away we can find. Yes, he just says out in conversation.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
The four brains together, as though a living web, a matrix, if you will, of thought, comes to one conclusion. And now you must bring this conclusion to the tribe. And your tribe is just a few paces away from you. Deeper onto the mountainside.
We should tell the chieftain. With their approval, with their yes, we can go out.
Very well.
I shall go. Starts walking forth to Chieftain Banula.
Chieftain Banula, indeed. Who else follows Joblin as he leaves the cliffside in which you all have met up and plotted?
I do, but I want to check in on the pregnant woman.
She is with the tribe as well. It is the nightly fire time. Currently, she is with your teacher, your mentor, your aunt, something like that. Her name is Kigra Krek. She is the shaman of your group. The actual shaman. You're a shaman, definitely, but she's like, I know spell. Look at my bag of sand.
Sure.
Indeed. Kigra Krek. That is her name. We didn't have her name down, but what a name.
She's got to be a good shaman if she has pocket sand.
Yes, a 10-pound pouch just filled with nothing but sand. It's always on her person like a gourd wrapped around in a weird purse. She wears a mantle of fur over herself, and she is currently nearly like 100% of her time is just hanging out with this pregnant tribal woman to make sure she can move and not be stumbling down or hitting a rock or something. She is full mama bear mode with her bag of sand. You go up to her. Tack, tack.
How goes the birth?
She is many moons away. Still.
She is healthy.
Yes. It is shame. Man who impregnate. Dead.
Who was he?
You know him. And you can now describe who is the dead man and father of this person's child.
I think he was probably a warrior of some kind, like most people in this tribe are. A completely average Joe. Nothing special about him at all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would be a playable character and not an NPC that I'm describing.
Sure.
I don't have a name for him, but I can probably come up with one.
Oh, it's all good. We're gonna run out of names quickly if we name every dead person.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yes, big shame. Walk down into forest to get water. Never come back.
Yes, it is a shame that we did not get the water either.
Indeed.
Well,
Anyway,
please,
you're...
if I can do anything, you tell me.
Find brown nettle. It will soothe pain when child explodes out.
Very well, brown nettle. I have seen it before.
She takes a tiny bit of sand out and just sprinkles it on your head.
I bow slightly and take my leave and return to the rest of the group.
You do so. Joblin went straight to Chief Benilla, who is hanging out with some of the other adults who are surrounded by children, and the elders, like, in his inner circle, who he's, like, crouched over a... he's not the biggest guy, since that is indeed Joblin. Joblin is, like, almost the pride of the village with just how fucking strong he is. But Chief Benula is, like, he's got the wisdom pat down. He's, you know... He's more intelligent than you'd expect a barbarian to be. And the way everybody treats him is, like, with respect. He is old, he is marred, and he has fought a brown bear on his own and won. Which is, like, his big thing of fame. He's just, like, raked with these claw marks that have healed over time. And that doesn't even get to, like, the Longtooth, which is what he is kind of wielding as both scepter and weapon to show his authority. This massive curved incisor of a Tyrannosaurus. Well, it's huge. It has marred every single one of your adult members of your tribe. And it is a thing of jealousy, Joblin, and you know one day it will be yours. You are the next in line to be the tribe's chief.
But today is not that day.
And I guess we should go around the table right now and ask our characters, how do they feel about authority in general? Do you think that you should be the one leading? Just, you know, not that you hate Banula or anything. I mean, he's been keeping you alive since you were kids, but, like, maybe it's time for the old man to step down. How do we feel? In no
That's the one
specific
who's-
order.
Who's probably approaching Chief Banula at this Chieftain Banula. Joblin is fine with how things are going. Things are looking up on the tribe. As up in the sense that we are having another birth, but down for the husband has died. Things are going well, not bad. And
Okay.
since it's not bad, no need.
You were satisfied with your current leader? Okay. What about you, Tunga? You know, you might not
Tunga?
have... Yeah.
Tunga's just too fucking stupid to ever like think about these things. There's a chieftain, and it can never be Tunga because Tunga is not smart enough. Tunga just knows the very basics. Tunga want food. Tunga want cave. Tunga maybe someday make smaller Tungas. Hopefully, Tunga's children are not as dumb as Tunga.
Oh, the ultimate want of any parent.
Please have
Find a
higher
more
than 6 intelligence.
Find a more intelligent person to breed with, so he can breed with them and his children be smarter.
Ruin the future
Mr.
for everyone.
Mr. Wrinklebrain, also known as Crick. Man, your fucking name is so good.
Is Wrinklebrain a name, or is Wrinklebrain a title that is passed down to the smartest person in the tribe? Or
I think it is a title, specifically. Whoever is clearly the most touched, like, mentally, not, like, touched in the insulting way, but, like, you are graced with such logic. Like, they don't have a word for logic, and this is all in caveman speech, which I am calling Knersk. Currently, if you guys ever want to add, like, common's not a thing yet, Knersk is that common speech. So, Mr. Wrinklebrain, the smartest man of the tribe, how do you feel about your leadership right now?
He's doing a good job. He's not so dumb that it's a worry, but he's not so smart. He's going to be Chief and Wrinklebrain, right? Like,
Is it a
I
good
can help
thing to,
guide
like,
it. Yeah.
separate the, like...
Yeah, because the last thing you need is your chieftain to die or be questioned,
Oh,
right?
true.
Somebody tries to overthrow him, and then we have no intellect.
Yeah, that is an immediate downward spiral to absurdity. And last but certainly not least is Tac Tac. Tac Tac, you're in a weird situation. As a shaman, you will never ever be chieftain. You are too valuable to be the, like, leader expected to wield a spear in combat against bears. But
yeah,
you know,
I don't think Tac Tac has any ambition of ever being chieftain, but maybe he thinks that the shaman of the tribe should have more of a say than they currently do in the way that the tribe is run. But
That's fair.
Banula in general is doing a fine job. Just the position in general should be a little bit more shaman focused.
Okay. With that, Joblin appears. His goon squad, also known as you all, is around somewhere in the camp of 30-ish people. Everyone can basically hear what Joblin says as he approaches. Everyone sort of like eyeballing you as you come up with your massive biceps, your rippling back.
Chief Bonula, me and others have plan.
What is plan? Banula says, standing up, and he's like a head shorter than you.
The nights grow darker. The days we travel not as far. Me and others think we should go into the mountains and find a nice spot. For eventually we must stay. For a time.
It is agreed. We too have come to same conclusion. The problem is, or now was, who to send. You volunteer self?
With others.
He nods, looking at Wrinklebrang. There's no, like, thumbs up gesture invented yet, but you see it in his eyes. Specifically you, Wrinklebrain Crick. He is proud of you. Because you are the Wrinklebrain of your tribe. You are with smart company, a rarity to have here in tribe. You shall be fine, but first, we must decide where to stay initially. Wrinklebrain, he says, standing up. Not throwing his spear around, but, like, getting the attention of the tribe. Fully as he stands to his full, slightly arched back. Crick! Tunga! You two are smartest and best scouts. Find us place that is safe on Morrow, where we shall stay before we move out to cave. Translating this to quest objective, he wants you to use your background shit and fuck around in this tile before we move on to more.
Agreed.
See me pull out 2 Flintstones, like, let's go!
What say you two?
Let me
You
say
say-
hug.
Looks expectantly.
Yeah, you see both of us, we just look at each other and we're like, ah!
Ah!
Yeah,
There's,
just
like, a
whisper at
cheer.
Wrinklebrain.
It
Call
is-
me smart?
There's like a small
Both of us.
It's true. Kanursk is a weird language. It doesn't have like commas, apostrophes, or possess. You know, it's a weird thing. Sometimes
Syntax hasn't been invented yet.
it's true. Oh shit! I just read Tamer's fucking thing. Smaller Tungas or Yungas.
Hell yeah.
Then on when River of Light comes out and banishes darkness, you two shall go and do this. You! He looks at you, Joblin. We shall hunt and feed tribe this day.
Yes.
And Tac, what is your background again? You're not the consumer of dreams, right? The fun one?
No, I'm not. I'm
What
the
are you?
ritual, what is it?
The ritual
Ceremony
ceremonious?
ritualist.
Yeah. He looks at you. I do not know what shaman do in spare time, but do that, he says. Prepare
look
for
for-
birth? He looks...
I will look for nettles to ease pain of mother.
Go with Tunga, then. He is fast and strong and perceptive.
Very well.
With that, Chief Vanilla gives you your first quests, I suppose. These are small ones, small chores, as we figure out some mechanics and playing our first little hex here. John still is going to roll a nighttime encounter to see if something happens, but dice shall be kind.
Come on. T-Rex?
No T-Rex, unfortunately. Mountains are dangerous for T-Rexes. That's where they they fall off ledges, their balance comes into question. However,
Yeah,
there
those
are
tiny
some
little arms.
threats. There are some nocturnal predators in your tile. Alrighty, let us go and see what a number is. Nope, wrong one. No, this is the right one. Go to GM notes.
Joblin hunts with Bonula. We will find food.
Or die trying.
Wrinklebrain.
Always.
You ever think Chief Banula talking about me, but talking about someone completely different?
No, he's thinking of you.
In the night, you will hear the weird, terrifying screeching of a giant goat. This is a very strange sound. You know goat sounds, and they're like, meh, weird, like, guttural goat speak, but There's just something off whenever you hear the echoing chorus within the mountain range of a singular goat. You're like, holy shit, that's good eating right there. That's like 400 pounds of meat. It's also incredibly dangerous, but still, you hear it. It's somewhere here in your tile, within 5 miles. Isn't that fucking neat, guys? Isn't that sick?
Yeah. Oh, the food came to us.
We still have lots of food.
The night passes without issue. No nocturnal predators arrive to harass or attempt to pick off anyone on the outer edge of the fire. Your night guard, everyone kind of rotates. Currently, the days are static. It is 12 hours of daytime, 12 hours of nighttime. The seasons never change. The only thing that really changes temperature is altitude, water, and wind. So as long as you are somewhere outside of rain, you have some sort of wind buffer, and you're not too high in the mountains, you should be fine in terms of, like, homeostasis. Right now, you are on the lower side of the mountains. You're kind of... The more north you go is where your ridgeline increases and gets bigger and bigger. But right now, you're, like, maybe... like 100 feet above sea level, if that matters. Down below you, to the south as day rises, is a great grand forest that stretches for as far as the eye can see. There are mountains in the distance to the south east of you, over in this direction, which, although I want to expand your viewing, you're still at the lower level, so I can't show you everything yet. The higher you go, the more I'll give you for your vision in terms of your token. But maps aren't a thing. We don't have paper yet. So, you know, unless you're a cool guy who just is good at memory, this is the best you're going to get. Get higher in terms of altitude.
Working on it.
Okay. So, our first day of downtime. What would we like to do? Who would want to go first?
The hunt
The hunt.
begins.
Joblin, you and Benula will hunt. Benula is also a hunter, but he wants to see how good you are at your calls. And you have chosen deer as your thing. Can you please link your background feature if you've set it up? Hell yeah. It is called Deceitful Call. You may attempt to make a mating call of a prey animal that your tribe hunts. Okay. Now, to hear this call, Patrick, it's time.
The calls. Like, don't mind me as I just looking like.
You must go. You must be
not bad.
louder. The
That's
mountain.
really good, actually. Yeah.
That actually is pretty good.
Oh man.
The sounds of deer mating calls.
Rumble roar. Clip it. We've done it. It's over. The campaign's ended. We got what we came for.
Aw, shit.
Oh,
I baited you all to do this campaign. That's where we're at. All right.
This bastard.
Let us go and see what John has prepared. I was already mid-clipping. You know me too well.
Nice.
You call out for deer. Where's my D100? Oh my god, I just had it. I'm so stupid. Now I am the wrinkle brain. Guys, I just rolled a 69.
Nice.
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 We'll
That's
be
not
blessed by
deer,
many of
though.
those.
That is not deer
Oh.
at all.
Oh, predator.
A very confused rabbit comes out of the bushline.
It's like, who the fuck is screaming
Fuck.
at my hole?
Token settings. There we go. Oh, man. You will do this mating call, Patrick. Or, excuse me, Joblin. And John has to roll a d20 now to see how dumb or how smart these animals are. Fuck! Well, that one's gone forever. Just watch the
Probably
C20
smarter than me.
Into the void.
into the void. They're pretty smart. Oh my god. And now, can you please give me a perception check? And Benula, will do one as well. 'Cause
I
it's just you
perceive
two.
in front of me.
You?
Mm.
Benula also perceives in front of him. You sit, you wait. You are preparing. You're in like a lower section of the mountain where the forest is just off. Just off, maybe 5 miles. You're hidden behind rocks. I need you to give me a stealth check now to see how concealed you are.
I am the mountain.
Oh no. Now it's time for Benula and his bat. Benula's gone. You look for him. He's hidden himself. Where'd he go? He became the mountain. Joplin. Wait, who'd we lose? How'd we switch up cameras?
I don't know.
I don't know. I
What
think
the fuck?
Wrinklebrain traded with me, and I traded with Patrick.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
I looked
Just
away.
now, as soon as you rolled the stealth roll, it did this.
Yeah, we are so stealthy, the nameplates must move. Alright, fuck it. This is our new camera order, I guess.
Benuli is gone. I heard no screech of
You
death.
stealth so hard that you rearranged the cameras.
Indeed.
He must be close.
You
I wait.
wait, and you see them, Patrick. Or Joblin, fuck. I'm gonna need to get some... I need to remake your nameplates to get your character names on it,
Yeah, it's
fuck.
fine.
Lurking to your north, to your northwest, you see it. A spotted hide, a feline figure. A lion has heard your call, but does it see you?
It's unspotted.
These ones are. These ones are, Millman.
You're about to get saber-tooth tigered, my dude.
No.
Or Jaguar.
Oh no. It's
Also
happening
scary.
already. It is happening already. Here comes a lion.
You need to get as angry as you can.
Okay.
We're gonna lose our tribe leader and our second in charge. Just one go.
This
I
is
think
what
Manula
it's
can
like.
take it.
Welcome to hell, boys.
What
Alrighty.
happens when I'm not there?
This thing is seeking prey. It is looking for trouble, and it spots you. You see it as well. It is maybe 100 feet away from you. You stand up in preparation. You know how to ward off a predator, right?
I do, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, Joblin. How do you are you trying to bait this thing? Do you want to fight this thing? Or are you trying to scare it off and avoid a conflict?
He maintains eye contact. Very slowly walks backward as he has already been spotted, and these things are faster than him.
They are faster than him. In fact, it could dash right now, jump, and reach you. You know it. You preemptively ready your spear. And this lion has to decide, how hungry is it? Does it want to attack something that can fight back? It knows what a spear is. People have thrown it at it since it was born.
I did not yet throw mine.
You have a ready to action. What would that action be?
Seeing how, and like this is not like a really like cliffy area, right?
No, you're on the lower part of the mountain right now. Cliffs are above you, where your tribe is, maybe a mile away.
And seeing how these things can pounce on me on a moment's notice. I think my ready to action would be to dodge.
Okay.
I know Benula is somewhere. Benula
That's
is
true.
somewhere nearby.
You pose up. You begin to, like, shift around, doing this, like, weird weaving thing. Your spear is out. It's ready. This lion... It's an ambush predator. It doesn't see any deer. It sees a thing that wants to fight it. And it, following the behaviors of a true lion, will back away. Or maybe it's just going to get ready to ambush you somewhere else. Who knows? You watch it disappear into the ridgeline, climbing up, heading northwest. What's going through Joblin's mind as this happens?
Like a moment of like, oh boy, that was close, but also, I stood my ground as
Yeah.
you were slowly backing away.
You stood your ground, and then you feel something grab your shoulders and dig into your flesh, Joblin. You turn around, and it's Banula. He's like, oh, we almost killed a lion. You should have looked like a coward. Made it come closer.
I was walking backwards. It did not go.
He grips your face. When I become like Mountain, you must draw in the creatures we can eat. If not, you run. You run away, you show your back, and then it will chase. All predators chase. And then I stab in gut, and you turn around and stab in neck. And then we eat good. The tribe eats good, and we get nice fur.
Do we hunt it now?
It is gone! It's too fast. I cannot climb mountain like a lion can.
Do we continue our hunt?
We do not,
For
no.
others?
We've been here for 15 hours. Since dawn to dusk. You clamber up the mountain. Unsuccessful, but it's fine. You guys have meat stores for days. And we are going to go to Tunga, Crick, and Tac Tac, who are together, question mark, or are you guys separated? What's going on?
We're a wonder party.
I think we're together. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, Tac Tac is definitely not one to be in dangerous situations alone.
That's fair. Well, Tunga, you are the scout scavenger, so, Crick is looking for... What is Crick looking for? Because you're going to help him? Or something?
Yeah. I'm tracking animals by looking for essentially natural paths.
Okay. Tunga, you know Tac Tac is looking for brown nettle as well. And why don't you go ahead and click your background feature, which will come up right now.
Yeah, that should be this one.
Cool. As a downtime activity, you may explore the hex that your party is currently located within. You may seek out one piece of information relating to that hex, which will make an accurate conclusion of at the end of this day. Choose one of the questions below. Chat should be able to read that, but you have 5 choices before you. Which one would you like to pick?
I'll ask Wrinklebrain first. We search for water or for a possible cave first?
Food.
Food is in cave or
Food. Because in your
Food.
options there's food.
Sure.
yeah, but for like fruits and
Vegetation.
vegetables.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look around for fruits and vegetables. Wrinklebrain is far smarter than I am.
That's fair. Tac Tac, this coincides with your mission as well, I suppose. Brown nettle is a specialty kind of plant, specifically. It's kind of like I wouldn't say a cure-all, but it has this numbing property to it when boiled. Or at least hot water has been splashed on it, and then you kind of like chew it up. It's some real gross herb shit that's like super, like, animals will eat this to get rid of stomach pain or indigestion. So, before we resolve the fruit and vegetable thing, I guess I want Tac to give a check of some kind, and you may describe to me what sort of check this is, and if I agree to it, it will happen. Is anyone wanting to assist him just preemptively?
I will.
What's
be.
his
Okay.
What's his check for?
To find the
Finding
brown
brown
nettle.
Oh, okay. So you'll do it before I do it.
Yeah.
Then we're definitely gonna go with survival, unless I can persuade my way to some brown nettle. We will use survival to, track down the areas in which it grows, the specific trees that it grows under.
Yeah, I think a wisdom survival check will suffice here. Why don't you go ahead and give me that? And then John's gonna roll another random encounter die.
There it is.
Bigly. I'd say you could roll for advantage, but you don't need it.
But what if he double crits?
Wrinkle brain crick, you just watch as Tac just like, I don't need your help. Ooh! You see goats on the horizon. Do you see goats on the horizon? Did John just make this up? No, you see regular goats on the horizon. They're up more and more, higher into the mountains, but you see them. And so when you spot like an encounter, this will kind of interrupt your downtime just a little bit. Are you guys wanting to divert immediately at the risk of interrupting Pat around before we move on real quick? Or are we confident? So when a random encounter happens, you can choose to engage with it, right? You don't necessarily have to, unless you're like ambushed by, say, mountain lions, for instance. When you see like an optional thing of like, we can go hunt those things, are we going to stop what we're doing of exploring this hex to go and do that and like bring back food for the tribe? Or are we wanting to complete Pat around? This is more or less Tunga's choice right now. Tac, we're still going to resolve. Yes. Sorry.
But we need to find cave first. We still have food.
Okay.
So I'll try to remember where I saw the goats for later.
You got it. They would be to your northeast. Just hankering down on some good old shrub and brush that grows here in the lower mountain region. Tac, you will find not just like one use of brown nettle for one person. You will find a full fucking bushel. And if you properly harvest this, this can be like a 1d12 use of just, regular medicine. It doesn't like have a healing property necessarily, but it can be like traded. It can be just utilized by your tribe and give them a little bit more comfort.
Is there any specific technique required to harvest brown nettle, or is it just picking the leaves?
It would be like an herbalism check if you had it, like an herbalism kit, or you could sell me something. What would you like to sell me? What is harvesting a brown nettle? How do you want to go about that?
Do we have like bladed weapons? Do we have knives made of bone? No.
Not right now.
On my to-do list.
Yeah. Just kind of spoon out what I can with the sharp end of my spear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you give me... Are you doing this carefully or just fucking thrashing that shit?
Yeah, no, carefully if we have the time and are not in immediate danger, then I will take some time with it.
Okay, can you give me a dexterity check? Are you proficient with survival?
No.
Okay, just give me a dex check.
Am I able to assist? As I am proficient in survival.
You are, do you have something related to plants outside of just like hanging out, building fires, and do you have like some specialty information?
No.
I do.
What do you have?
I'm able to easily find cool sticks, flint, terrorize small creatures, and find things. As well as finding edible fruits, is what it says.
True.
So I am a scout scavenger.
I think with two people who are not entirely incompetent, we can get you advantage with this. But if it was just one or the other, I'd say no normally. So give
Dex check with advantage.
yeah, let's see it.
Between the wrinkle brain and the not wrinkle brain, we can give you advantage.
Tac Tac,
Wrinkle
I've-
brain,
and a
smooth
natural.
brain powers unite.
Tac Tac,
Natural
you just
20,
rolled
then
a
a
natural
natural
20 and a nat 19. What the fuck? I know you were going to fail every combat roll from here on out.
100%. 100%.
Wait,
This character is not built for combat anyway, so that's
Alright.
fine.
You harvest this plant. You take part of like. How do you carry this shit? You guys have
Like the
pouches yet?
branches.
Yeah, you can snap off some branches and be rather careful with the delivery back to camp. Well, if both of you are assisting, you can get like 6 full branches of this like spindly needle that, when powdered, chewed, and overall not swallowed but still consumed through the gums and the tongue, it can be a mild,
Anesthetic.
an anesthetic. I was going to say like paralytic, but it's not that potent. Okay.
Right.
And with that, we will complete Pat around. And you are looking for fruit, vegetable, right? Is there a fruit or vegetable?
Yeah, I'm looking for fruit or vegetables that are harvestable within this hex. Hex. I keep saying hex with a T, and I don't know why.
Because they're Americans, he's always add letters.
There are. It is not a good source of nutrition, but in theory, it can feed your tribe for like a day or two. There are roots and whatnot that are growing out in like the where the tree line kind of stops because it gets too rocky and whatnot, but where like scavengers and beasts that feed upon this kind of roots just would not be able to reach normally, like forest critters, stuff like that. They're not going to go like all the way up there. And you find a big patch that could feed 30 people if your tribe decides to harvest that.
So what you're saying is I found a spot for Joblin and our fearless leader to ambush some goats at.
Maybe. If you can lure goats over to them. Yeah.
Excellent.
You have plans, don't you? You're planning to push goats off ledges, aren't you? I feel it already.
I feel like if we scare them enough, eventually we'll find a fainting goat and be like, why is this goat so stupid? Why does he fall over when we yell at it?
Killed with our speech.
That's what bards do, guys, every day. Okay. That was the conclusion of Pad Around. And we go to the nighttime. Your hunters are unsuccessful, but they bring tale of lions within the region, knocking another of your Pad Around questions off. We have Brown Nettle, so good job there. The shaman, Krigra. Kigra? I forget where the R is.
You made that character.
I did, didn't I? It is Kigra. Kigra Crack. Thanks you. And is actually really surprised that you found so much. He's like, Tac, this is the most you have ever brought to the tribe ever. This is amazing. Where did you find... And, you will be celebrated amongst your shaman for doing such a good job, Tac. Congratulations.
Good day to be Tac.
Yeah. Tunga brings news of roots to the tribe, and they're like, ooh, hell yeah. maybe we should be there while our scouts, our warriors, go out and search. There is tree cover.
Yes, tree cover and bushes. If you wait long enough, maybe goats might try to eat it. They were roots, so I don't think deer eat root.
Goats are small normally. Big goats worth eating. Small goats also worth eating. But they are so small. Cannot feed tribe fully. Need more goat than deer. John dropped dice.
Oh no.
Let us go. Tomorrow we shall move camp there. And eat root and meat. And the day goes by. Nighttime adventures. You guys are still in the same tile. This is good to know. Is there any nighttime activities you guys want to do? Like, make spears. You don't have any leather now, but if you had leather working kit and stuff like that, that would be this. This would be, like, the time. Night is where you have to settle around a designated location in camp and just start doing something, since there's 12 hours of night to just fucking wait through.
Jobin
Can
will
I?
begin making javelins.
Okay.
Can I use my Hated the Wild and set half the forest on fire?
This escalated quickly.
This did escalate quickly. So, normally, how forest fires start is like wind, dry brush, you just get these conditions that occur. Right now, well, I know Australia has a lot of, like, forest fire things going on.
We have bushfires whenever, you know, somebody just decides, I'm going to catch that little bit of area on fire, and it just goes nuts.
John doesn't know how flammable pine trees are, because you are in the coniferous section. So let me go
Has
look.
it been raining recently?
Just no.
It has been overcast and humid. Why don't I just roll d12 to see our weather conditions real quick? High is usually bad. It's still not raining yet, but it was just like these storm clouds rolling in from the west.
So if I set it on fire, within the next couple of days, it'll go out because of the storm. Big brain. Wrinkle brain, even.
Pine trees are highly flammable species of trees when dry. However, a freshly cut or still growing pine tree can resist combustion. In theory, you can do this. Then we just need to figure out how you're going to get so many. Are you literally just going to run around with, like, a torch in the middle of the night and just be like, well...
Yeah, I'm gonna go set the area that they saw the lion. I'm gonna set that whole tree line on fire to help push it out of the hex.
Oh,
With
okay.
my feet hated by the wild.
True.
Smoke
Well, I
them
think-
out.
I think they're in our hex, aren't they?
They are in your hex currently, yes. So one thing about downtime activities that we should probably
It
address.
needs to be done through the day.
It needs to be done through the day, because humans
Okay.
have no dark vision, and there are no stars right now. So when you step out into the night, you will have your torchlight. That's great, but now you are like a beacon, and you do not have, like, the day worth of fire that has already been going on as, like, smoke to ward off predators and natural beasts. You'll still produce some, definitely. I mean, it's a burning torch, right? But it's not like, oh, we're in trouble. This is a fucking forest fire. We need to stay away from there. I'm smelling it. It's more like, I'm looking at this fucking light source. What the fuck is that shit? And then they'll approach, smell the flame, but they'll also see you, which is, like, the big danger of just being spotted. But if you do want to, on tomorrow, take another downtime activity, you can burn part of the woods down, yeah.
That's the game plan.
Okay. Cool. Totally. Do you all want to spend... Well, I guess this is, like, nightly decision-making time. Do you guys want to spend another day within this tile while he does that?
think we can.
That's fine. I think the next day I'm gonna try to look for like mountain lion layers essentially for like a cave possibly.
Perfect.
Wrinklebrain smoke one side of forest. Me and Banula go to other side and catch animals.
Hell
Bear
yeah.
deer into forest fire. Forest
That
cook
too.
deer for us.
Okay, John is subtracting food from your tribal sheet since everyone's got to
Oh
eat.
no.
You guys have 145 pounds of meat. Everybody eats 2 pounds. You have 29 people. What's 29 times 2? 58. So 145 minus 58. You guys have 87 pounds of food at the end of the day. Tomorrow, you will have roots. So we'll have root harvesting. So no big deal yet, but food is getting a little scarce. Maybe like a day and a half left of your entire tribe. Your tribe will commit to doing activities now that they know that, like, oh, we're going to go harvest roots. And maybe some of them will figure out how to hunt as well. Maybe they'll go with Banula so Joblin can do other stuff. Because they're not just like shitters hanging out. You're not the only people working. Okay, nighttime activity. Let's see if the mountain lions followed you home.
When dinner comes to you.
Yes.
Oh, no. It is entirely peaceful. That's a 2 on the dice. You don't even see any rabbits, moles, voles. It's just a quiet night. Some would call it a good night. The day comes. Well, let's go ahead and burn down the woods, shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot I would have also told Banula where we saw like the herd of goats to the northeast. Like foraging.
We should follow them later. Keep eye. Check again. Habit. That leads to predators and prey's death. Okay. So, burning down the woods. You are hated by the wild. Guys, look how big this fucking stat block is. Holy shit.
I finally got a wall of text.
It's a massive wall of text. Alright. You are trying to smoke them out, I believe. Where you're literally going to go around and make a controlled flame in a section of your tile to tell those lines to fuck off. Potentially provoking them. Yes. Because not even Crick is reckless enough to set his entire tile on fire. That would kill all of your tribe and you. Flames move fast when they get going. Okay. This, I believe, is a check on the enemy. Because you're just gonna do this. On a success. What determines a success? Did John even put that in?
I don't know.
I think we will...
Animal handling check.
Yes. Why don't you give us an animal handling check?
I'm on it.
Please.
Ugh.
I believe that is a failure for lions. Okay. It is dependent on the CR. It's during the day. We shall see predator behavior real quick on a d20. Can you roll me that d20 since you're already doing stuff? Because if it's chilling, that DC lowers. That is chilling for predators, yes. You don't really see them. They are hanging out somewhere in the northwest part of this tile, in forests that lead up to more craggy mountains. John is still reading his own fucking writing, because he can't possibly remember all these fucking rules. Okay. Awake, alert, aggressive. They are awake. They are not alert, but they are predators. So this DC will be a 13. If you can roll that, and I believe that is at disadvantage. Yes. Let's see it.
All right. What am I
Oh,
rolling?
you already rolled it. I'm an idiot. I'm
Yes.
so silly. I'm sorry. I made you waste your time. You begin trying to smoke them out, setting forest ablaze. It is a terrible sight that everyone can see as smoke begins to rise. You are undoubtedly alerting anyone with eyes to this massive smoke signal. You are also scaring off quite a few just regular animals, just like fucking boars that were hanging out, ghosts that were lingering. Squirrels are now fucking just freaking out, like, no! Snakes, rock snakes, bugs, they're like, what is happening? As this wildfire will begin to spread. You said you want to be reckless with this, right?
Oh yeah, I want that whole side of the hex to be Gonski.
Can you roll me a 1d8 for direction of wind?
Oh no.
Not 4, or 3, or 5.
Yes.
No, we went 4, right?
6.
4 or 5.
That
South.
is southwest?
West.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's southwest. The fire, the wind, seems to be merciful today. As you set fire to the trees, you throw your finger up into the air. Maybe we should be doing that first next time. To see where the wind is blowing. Man, this campaign was about to end right here, guys.
It's about to be a fast one, yeah.
The fire begins to spread downward and indeed burn the forest. Whether the lions are affected by it is, well, you know what you rolled, but you still don't see them. You don't have that sick, beautiful confirmation. However, you did just get rid of, like, a massive source of food for them, so they may leave anyway. We'll find out.
Well, they'll come looking for us, and then we have to kill them anyway.
True. Maybe they'll linger. They know people are here. Okay, that was Mr. Crick's turn. What about you guys? What's happening today? Tac, are you just hanging out with the village?
Pretty much. Probably telling stories to the children of the tribe's oral history of One-Eyed Grug and the other chieftains before Banula.
Okay. Do you want
Obviously, I
to...
don't have a written history, so
Yeah,
passing along oral histories.
good stuff. Don has to find
Did
his D4. Yeah, what's up?
Wrinklebrain tell the tribe, or at least Joblin, of his plan to smoke out the lions?
No way. Yeah. he's
No.
He's a weird guy, man. He's got too many
Well,
wrinkles in his brains to try to
Joblin
explain
would have
to
tried
you.
hunting.
Okay.
Which is great. That way. I went this way, you went that way.
You did
Yeah,
not tell
goats.
him.
Goats this way.
It's true.
He would have at least tried going for the goats, even though he has deer mating call.
Alright. You'll have to sneak up on them. John has to see if they're there, though.
Yes,
Oh, no.
could be gone.
Instead, you will spot a new threat. Far off, hunting after the same goats that you probably are, you will spot black bears. A little pack of them. Specifically 1d4 black bears.
Plural
for
black
2.
bears. Fuck.
Yep. Right now,
and
they
it
don't
does.
hibernate. They are pack hunters. Welcome to the bear team, boys.
Just tries to break line of sight, just books it, not want to deal with that.
Okay. Yes, they are indeed on the prowl looking for hunt. Or meat, specifically. Black bears. I said black, right? I didn't say brown?
Yes.
Okay,
You said black.
Dark Grizzly.
cool. They are not brown bears. They are black bears in your tile. Okay. It sounds like you wish to disengage from that.
Yeah.
Alright. They don't see you. At all. They did not hear you rustling. They did not catch you on the wind. because the wind is going the other direction, which is, man, maybe we should just be rolling wind direction at the beginning of every day. Okay.
Wind technology.
Tunga, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to find either layers or dangerous terrain
Okay.
in this hex.
John has to scroll up.
Is
Can
that
you
smoke?
give me a perception check?
Oh
That
no!
that is a lot of smoke.
It's a lot of
This
smoke
one.
and pat around. Oh my god.
You're welcome.
You know, I'd say pat around doesn't like you succeed most of the time with pat around because you're just in an area for a long time. You can just roll as many checks. But when it's like a mountainside and you're on the other end, you're trying to like peer out and look for any like tiny holes or like signs of predatory life. And in this case, you indeed find it. North, far north, in this very north edge, before like peak becomes even more peaks far beyond, you will spot the lions themselves. They are just sunbathing right now on rocks, and front. You know, if they're relaxing, that means they're probably eating something. You spot these creatures and can reliably choose to attack their lair. You assume they may have like a little cave or cubby or crevasse.
Okay. Can I tell from this distance? Can I like get a rough number of how many there are?
John actually has this information. Why don't I pull that up? There are 3 adult lions that you can see. If they have cubs, then they are too small physically to spot from your angle.
Excellent. I can lie to Ringlebrain and say they have children, and that'll make him want to kill them too.
True.
Yeah,
the threat
I
early.
go back to the tribe to be like, I've found mountain lion, like a family of mountain lions. Me find three mountain lions to the north, possibly have cave. They were eating, not paying attention. If we go now, we can get them.
Has Joblin already returned?
Pat around is a day activity, so he appears like at sunset. The problem, or really the issue with pat around, is you will always be acting with day-old information at best. And that's
We go yesterday. We could get them.
It's just one of those things, man. Crick, you come back smelling of smoke, and everyone is kind of just like, why you set fire to wood? Now all tribe know we're coming. Or here.
It will be okay. They cannot come from that direction.
What about that direction? And they point the other direction.
That's okay. It will be okay.
The wind
There are
spirits
bears
were
there.
lucky today. They did not punish us for misdeed of abuse of flame. We must be careful. It is hard to run in mountains from forest fire.
Mountain can't catch on fire.
True. Mountain has trees, though. Otherwise, fire cannot start on mountain. After giving you that, like, warning of be careful about the wind and fire, we do not need to do food because we have... I forgot to roll this. We have a full 3 days of roots amongst us. So, as long as we stay here, since we don't have, like, real storage equipment or ways to keep these roots, like, good, we can chill for 3 more days.
We really need
Oh
weaving.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you keep roots off the ground and they don't rot.
Sure.
Yeah, but we haven't invented baskets yet. The only
Yep.
bag
No.
we've made is a bag of pocket sand.
Yeah, that one's made of leather.
Fuck me.
True. So, nighttime planning. What are we doing?
We need more spear. He tells us of lions who may have
True.
cubs.
And other direction are bears.
Oh. No, thank you.
We need to find cave soon.
Yes,
not?
cave north, maybe.
Cave
Probably.
north?
Cave north. With mountain lion.
Lion? 1?
3!
3 lions.
See, he
Oh,
counts
sorry, this time he goes
between
3.
between the fingers. He doesn't use his fingers.
There am 3. Me need a heavy rock. Me
Is
smash.
mountain near? Throw a rock down.
That no work. How rock gonna hurt them if you throw down on them? You have to throw rock at them.
You are all
Sprinkle rain.
interrupted immediately by a shrill cry in the sky. It seems something has either spotted your forest fire and knows it to be humans, or human doing, or it was just in the area. You hear this terrible wail, and everyone sort of freezes. And then Benua says, "Douse fire! Quetzal is coming!"
Quetzal! Rushes out the flame.
Quetzal taco coming.
Joblin douses the flame quickly. I need you all to roll stealth checks. At advantage, since you are in shrubs, or you're in light vegetation, really, of just pine trees growing up this mountainside. It's also dark, and the tribe will roll one as well as an aggregate.
Weird,
which-
I'm having good rolls.
Yeah, uh-oh, tax.
This hasn't happened before.
Okay, for the most part, the tribe did poorly, but you guys,
Also did poorly.
most of you did okay, it looks like. 20, 15, 5, and 19. So you three, will be fine. The tribe, though, not so much. They scatter around the, local area, hugging treetops, looking at the sky. The fire is doused. You can all just barely make the outline of, people 10 or 5 feet away from you. Or 5 or 10 feet, who cares? Now this fucking creature has to make its perception check to fucking find you. Quetzal, baby, you are this CR.
Can it see in the dark?
Can you see in the dark? Not well.
Myself rolled out.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Oh, maybe we'll get lucky and it'll just fly straight into a tree and kill itself.
It doesn't. But it does not find anyone. Either. You just hear its cry. You will feel the flapping and the air displacement of its huge, almost 80-foot wingspan. Flap amongst the trees, strafing the area. You have found a creature that eats humans in this region. And it is within your tile and will undoubtedly be searching for you in the near future.
I need to go fuck its nest up.
Okay. The night ends, and... Did anyone get lost in the woods? Not that they can't make their way back. Some people, actually ran, a couple hundred feet down into the forest. One guy went, 50 feet up the mountain and then just, blended in with some rocks. But for the most part, your tribe survives. It's a close encounter. So, a new problem has occurred. An avian long-ranging predator is within your area. The best way to avoid these kinds of things is to get underneath a canopy. Going up into mountaintops will give flying creatures direct line of sight on you. If you had a cave, you'd hunker down there for a couple days, but you don't have a cave. So,
Yeah.
morning comes.
Cave.
Banula holds an emergency tribal meeting. Normally people would spread out and start doing activities for the day. But right now, this needs to be addressed. He busts out the long spear. We must decide act now! Do we brave forest where Longtooth are with pregnant woman? Or do we try find shelter within day or two at most in mountain range? We must leave this place soon.
We must. There is cave. He turning to Tunga.
You know this fact? This be true?
Me see 3 tigers yesterday. They were eating out front of something.
But did you
We
see
think
cave?
a cave nearby.
So you see no cave.
No, but they should have cave. It's not far.
How do lion hide from big bird?
I know not. Maybe they don't. Maybe fur blends in with mountain. Maybe they need no cave.
Maybe.
We will spend half day. You may investigate cave. We stay underneath canopy, harvest as much roots we can hold, and we will move on. On tomorrow? That's a word?
Tomorrow?
When sun come up next after next night.
Yeah.
The chieftain decides this decision. You guys have half a day. And we should talk about party movement speed, now that we're not just considering lingering here. Everyone, your tribe, and you can move 26 miles in a day by foot. This is halved in difficult terrain, and you are in a mountain region, which naturally is difficult. So, going uphill is just half your movement range. If it's really, really rocky, there may be a check involved, but for right now, it's just half your movement. So, this will spend 3 miles of your day. Each tile is 7 or 6.5. Yeah, each tile is 6.5 across. If you are on the far edge of this tile and you have to get to the other one, that is, yeah, like 4, 5, 6 miles. Are you guys willing to commit to spending half of your movement this day to get to this cave? Or not this cave, but to where you found the lion lair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We must at least try.
Well, if worst comes to worst and we only survive, or sorry, best comes to worst and we only survive and there's no lair or no cave, we've probably killed a mountain lion or 2 and we can bring those back for food.
Yeah.
True. Okay. You guys will cross. Do you run into bears on the way? You are in the bears territory. You
There are
do
bears.
not. Bad
God, we
news
don't see
happens,
the
though.
bears.
Yeah, that's an 88. Oh, no.
Oh no.
You guys will, like, begin moving that direction. And can someone roll me a 1d4? We'll just split the difference. That's how far you're going to get before something is going to see you from the sky.
Oh no.
You are 2 miles away from your tribe when this happens. You hear the shrill cry, you look to the sky, and in the cloud cover... John will roll for rain real quick. John needs to start rolling his weather die before.
It was overcast the day before.
It was overcast, wasn't it? But it seems like the sky has cleared up a little since then. It's still cloudy,
Fuck.
it's just not threatening rain. And now we're going to roll for wind direction. Not that that will really matter. That is another 6, so still same wind direction. So this creature is going to fly from like the north and like circle, not necessarily around you, but it's like a couple 100 feet in the air with its massive wingspan within sight of you. What's some actions? Who decides what?
What creature is like flying around us?
The Quetzal. It is a
Through the
massive
trees!
80-foot long, 80-foot wingspan giant avian dinosaur.
Do we see any like hills or like what the hell is the word, like a crevasse or something we could go hide in that it wouldn't be able to like get us?
You are in luck, says my luck die. No trees, but within this crag, you guys were about to like jump over a small crevasse. It's maybe like 8 to 10 feet wide. In theory, you can shuffle down into it in 126 hours yourself, as the movie references said.
My smooth
That's
brain
good.
likes that idea.
Yeah. Down the hatch.
Down in crevasse.
Okay. This will be 2 checks in athletics to climb down, if you're proficient in athletics. And then it would be a following stealth check at advantage if you pass your athletics check.
Ooh.
Can I argue for acrobatics?
Yeah, start arguing. Go for it. Sell me.
Okay. So, since my whole thing is getting into things' nests, I feel like I am a very competent climber / jumper. And
Okay.
normally birds and, other flying things that lay eggs, lay them in crevasses or like cliff edges. So I feel like I have some skill in this.
You are a rascal, and whenever I picture like the word rascal, I think of like some live serpent-like person who will just like sneak in through your window and steal your toaster when you're not paying attention.
While the toaster's still cooking.
You
So-
fucking bastard.
If you want to try to parkour your way down a little bit and like find a rock to like hang onto, I think that I can imagine this happening. But if this was just a straight, I'm holding on to the rock for all dear life, it would almost always
Definitely.
be an athletics check.
I'm doing the whole starfish down the wall and just shuffling downwards.
Okay.
Vertical crabbing.
Any more alternative checks you guys can argue for if you need to?
Oh no, me athletic. Me climb the fuck down this goddamn wall.
Okay. Tac, you ready?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not athletic, but I don't have any alternatives, so
Okay.
let's do it.
Let's see those 3 athletics check and a rascal check. Oh my god. I love it. I love it already.
No wrinkle brain.
Wrinkle Brain.
Wrinkle brain gonna be dead brain.
Wrinkle Brain will begin to slip and fall down this crevasse. Since he rolled first, he's also going first. So
Of course.
I don't know if you're rascal. It's just like, I'm gonna be super cool. I'm gonna just fucking fall.
Wrinkle brain, no!
I need someone to roll me a 1d40 to see how deep this crevasse is. Who wants to
I'll
do
do it.
that?
Anyone other than me.
14.
14 feet. Okay, so at most you're going to take 1d6 falling damage. No big deal. Why don't we do that, actually? And since you rolled a natural 1, you auto-fail any sort of, like, saving throw. For a soul 2 bludgeoning damage. You must have, like, gashed your arm, and then you, like, caught yourself a little bit. Or Varrock caught you, more likely, and then you, like, lower yourself down. Everyone else manages to pass, including Tac. You have lots of handholds. It's a crevasse. Oh, good old Wrinkle Brain. Who doesn't like a good Wrinkle Brain? You clamber down this cliffside. You may all make a stealth check at advantage, and our Quetzal is going to roll their perception
Crit.
check. Very nice. We're seeing a lot of 20s today.
Damn.
Oh
Those
my
are pretty good rolls, actually, all
They
around.
are. Holding your arm, you're glad the Quetzal cannot smell your blood like an air shark. 14, and I have
Don't
to
make
check
that
this.
a thing.
It's already there, bud.
Fucking
Instead of
weird.
land sharks, they're
It
sky
has
sharks.
a +2 to this. So when we are doing group checks like this, when everyone's rolling, we're more or less looking how many people will beat it, and that'll kind of be the DC, right? I rolled a 13, +2 bumps it up to 15. We had 2 critical successes, a 14 and a 17. You all, on an aggregate, have beaten its collective, and although Joblin is so bulky and so easy to spot, you all managed to find, just push him into the cliff face, hold him there, and become the mountain. The Quetzal does not see you. And after about an hour or so, it will move on, or at least go out of sight. Do you push on to the lion's lair?
Yes.
Goblin, what we do? We go forward or we go back?
Forward.
What Winkle Brain said.
Oh. Unga bunga, dude.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I don't know what to say to that. You unka bunga forward, I guess. Let me move stuff around. Why don't we take our first break here, now that we're at the hour-and-a-half mark. And... Well, actually, we're going to be losing Mr. Underground here, so maybe we should push as far forward as we can before that, huh? You guys in it for another half hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm
Okay,
fine.
cool. We're gonna continue. We're pressing forward then. You all continue onward. The Quetzal leaving you behind, or seeing a different thing to pursue. To the lion's lair you will go, and John has to roll to see what they're doing right now.
You know, there's some pretty good eating in this hex. There's humans, a bunch of bears, some goats.
14. Okay. You...
Burger minute, we get there and it's trying to eat the lions.
The best of all worlds, yeah.
You will head up and get maybe 300 feet below where you saw them initially, Tunga. You will be hearing some weird noises, some literal cat calls, as it were, north above you, maybe 60 feet above the slope that you can begin to climb up towards. How are we going about this? Are we trying to, like, sneak into the area? I mean, it's daytime. They're predators.
Do they sound like they're pissed off, or does it just like...
You know, there's some hissing going on. There's some, like, weird roaring. Maybe they're doing some, like, weird territory thing right now. Who knows?
I think we go slow, try to sneak up on them.
John, is this like a cliff? You said that we have to climb up on, right?
It's a slope, not like a cliff. So you'll be like moving up in verticality and horizontally.
Could you be falling down this cliff if pushed off?
You would bounce and break your fall multiple times. This isn't like a sheer surface.
Ah, bouncing is what we
Good to
want.
know.
All right.
Sorry, I put that idea in his head.
It's true. You did,
I am
didn't
not
you?
Wrinkle Brain.
God. Oh, okay,
Smooth
no.
brain leading smooth brain. Not good idea.
You have burned
Wrinkle
quite a
Brain
bit of
burned down
time
half the
getting
forest.
here.
Wrinkle brain smart, not wise.
We climb slowly.
Okay. This following stealth check will be more based on sound than sight. You are trying to be quiet. You don't see them. In theory, they can't see you right now. You know, so long as you don't close your eyes, right? You can start heading upward. So, let me put a little break here to bop. Alright, can I get those new stealth checks? These are not at advantage. They are regular.
Ah, that's fine.
Ooh.
These are important.
Oh, one more! Yeah!
Damn, these are so
Okay.
good.
Bad.
You will get up there. John will drag us to a map in a moment. Whoa. Okay, this is my canyon map. Cool. Whoa, wrong ones. Oh god, they're both going to be male tokens. I don't have female lion tokens. Oh well. It doesn't truly matter. You will all begin moving forward. This is going to be a fight. They are somewhat distracted. So what is their passive perceptions? I think you beat them regardless. Yes, passive perception 13. And they do have a negative modifier for the actions they are doing right now. There is Joblin. Here comes Wrinklebrain Crick. And we are just taking them in order in which we got them. Some of the future time your time your checks in the way you want to do your movement here. We will do Tac in the back, and then we will do Tunga at 3rd rank. Okay. So, John is doing last second adjustments. Tac. There we go. Followed by you, followed by Tunga, followed by... There we go. Cool. Okay. Wow, you rolled this in an exact, like, marching order, like, down the line. Went 22, 21, 15, 13, too. That's some weird shit. Okay, John is going to bring us to this beautiful battle map he set up. And then he will drag us to the top left corner and zoom out so that we can see two lions fucking. They are making children. There we go.
You're right. This is a territorial thing.
Yes. John has random encounter behaviors as well. They are multivarying, but I roll a d20, and sometimes you're looking for trouble when you're a predator. You're seeking a mate. It's always summer here in the good life. So, you are going to catch them by surprise. The issue is Wrinklebrain, Underground, or not Underground, fucking Joblin and Tunga are in this, like, weird, we're climbing up the slope, situation right now. So, if you wish to ready actions to, like, get a full ambush going, this will require movement, or you can use this ambush round to climb up the last bit of hill and just start attacking. What would you guys like to do? And John will hope his APIs work.
Alright,
it's-
boys. What's the game
It's whatever
plan?
Joblin does, right? Because he's up front.
Yeah, I would have to get up front and basically
It's actually
But it has
Crick
to be an
in
input.
front.
prick in front.
Yes, Joblin's right behind him without a health bar, apparently. What the fuck?
How close
think-
can we get before they spot us?
They seem to be rather distracted, but Tac's making a little bit of noise. You're
think
basically
finding
as close as you're going to get right here.
Okay.
Yes. If we can all climb up,
You will all attack at once.
yeah.
Okay, so do you want to hang out in this like bottom corner and like throw javelins, or are you like bum rushing?
Bomb
I think
rush.
We should not
stab.
get pounced. So I think we have to like bum rush it.
We pounce.
Then, would you all please click your tokens and hit the initiative button on your character sheets, or you should have a little macro that pulls up at the top left.
Oh,
It
no.
is No.
Wait, it's an ambush round.
It is an ambush round, yes.
That's good.
Aw.
Okay. I see 3. Oh, perfect. Tac has 4. We will go into descending order. Guys, if this ain't a rat battle, I don't know what it is. We're ratting it up. We're little rats sneaking up on tigers fucking. This is a weird game, boys. Where's my battle music? Creepers, jeepers. No, we are... This can be a skirmish. It's fine. Okay. Tac is... Wow, this initiative is shit. Tac, what are you doing?
Up front.
You can't
Alright,
see
are we
them.
rushing? That's what we said.
Yes. From your position, you can't even see them. You need to get to, like, this corner edge.
Does that require climbing, or is this just using movement?
It is climbing, yes.
Okay.
But
that's
only
what I
for...
will do, I guess.
Yeah, only for this ridge. That is the only climbing. So that's like 10 feet.
Okay.
So like... Yeah.
Then I will attempt to climb this cliff face.
Okay, you climb it up quickly. They are still distracted. They are not even turned yet.
Oh.
What do you do?
I throw a javelin.
All right, throw your javelin. I will give you advantage. Do you want to hit the male or the female?
Let's go with the male.
Okay, you will hit on a 13. Yes, AC 12. Roll damage.
Ooh, max
Oh,
damage.
Oh, that's
you
a good
hit
one.
it in the haunch, chunking it quite severely. They are now alerted, but it's still a surprise round, so the lions will do nothing this turn. They will actually, as part of being surprised and getting out of their positions, we'll call it, they will begin to face you, but you... Tunga, it's your turn. Take your fucking turn.
Oh, Tunga fucking charges in this bitch. It's Tunga Bunga, baby.
Okay, just
let me
checking
actually
your
roll my
movement.
Token.
Perfect. You can definitely do this. John's checking. Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him the pokey end of the stick.
Give him the poke. A 15 will do it. Well, a 21 will do it. You poke him for an additional 6. It roars in pain. Wrinkle Brain, that brings us to you.
Alrighty, my turn. I'll bring him up.
You
to the
get up the
side.
last of the hill, you go around Tunga, and you stab him in the main. Do you hit?
Alright, here we go.
A 22 will do it.
Fuck yeah.
For 4.
4.
Very nice. -4. Just checking. Perfect. Alright, Joblin.
Now it's time. Joblin
you-
charges forth.
Are you gonna rage?
He will rage.
You
Hell,
rage! You get a +2 to your damage rolls, and everyone knows what rage does.
Yeah, two-handing the spear, he will bring it up and attack the wounded one.
This guy was just trying to get his rocks off, and you're just beating him down.
10 piercing.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's including rage damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
You
That was-
almost kill it outright. Is that where you end your turn?
Yes.
Cool. Tac, it's your turn. Just as a reminder to the people who've never played with me, we do 2.5 feet per grids. Because I like small creatures, even though I rarely get to use them. Or tiny ones, rather. So, keep that in mind. The distances are correct.
Alright. Tac is, of course, a bard, and because he has no musical instrument on him at the moment, the form that his bardic magic takes is through motivational speaking. So, Tac is going to use bardic inspiration and say, Tunga, you are not as smooth brain as you think you are. You are also wrinkled brain.
Oh my god.
And cast bardic inspiration.
Very nice. That is your bonus action. Do you have an action?
I do. What do I want to do with it, though?
Do you have any more spears or javelins? Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I think I've got another javelin. I will throw another javelin at the male.
Okay, he will get cover from this due to the fact you're shooting over Tunga.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
point.
no.
But
You-
I'll do it anyway, because the fuck do I know?
Okay. Normally you would hit, but since you're trying not to hit Tunga, it will just barely manage to miss because he gets a +2 from half cover, bumping his AC up to 14. Okay. That brings us to the male lion's turn, who is just swarmed by humans all of a sudden, and has to choose. Everyone's done damage to it, but the guy who hit him the hardest is most usually the priority. We are going to roll a... yeah, it's a beast. It's... You know, testosterone is, like, going right now. I don't think it's going to do a morale check at all. It's going to choose between 3 targets. 4, 5, and 6 will be either between Tunga and Crickbrain, and 1, 2, 3 will be just Joblin. That's a 3. It's going for Joblin. The lion will choose. By the way, it has pack tactics, so this will be at advantage.
Oops.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
It cannot bounce at you, so it will choose to claw at you for a 15 to hit you.
misses.
You have more than 15 AC at level
16
1?
AC.
Oh my
Dog.
god.
He's a barbarian.
The lioness will do the same and attack Joblin at advantage. Clawing you for a 17, that'll do it. This is...
I will-
Yeah?
Intercept the damage on this.
Ooh, what does that do? Can you please-
When he gets hit, when a creature within 5 feet of me gets hit, I can use my reaction to reduce the damage by a D10 plus proficiency.
well, okay. Can you reduce
you
it by
reduce
6?
it.
Yeah, you do.
reduce the
9.
entire-
Oh my god, describe how you take this claw and bash it asunder.
He just like slaps the cat. He like reaches over and will slap this cat on the nose and go, "Bad kitty."
Can you please
two
link
fight
that
together.
feature, your fighting style,
Oh
into
yeah,
chat?
absolutely.
Just for the viewers
This
at
is-
home.
This is why you don't allow Tasha's Cauldron of everything to anything,
That's fair.
because you get this.
Remind me to remove it later once I throw a soul at you and hit you at
Excellent.
+15 and do 8 million damage. I don't care about a 1d10. Alright. You
Oh.
parry it, working together with Joblin. Joblin, a spear just like shoots under your armpit and just stabs the nose and like the claw is rent away. Tunga, it's your turn now. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm gonna stab the big kitty.
You stab the big kitty, you stab it. You
No, I
miss
don't.
the big kitty. Can you roll me a 1d20 real quick? And just don't roll
Yeah, I
1 or
can-
2.
I can do that.
Perfect. You're fine. Your shitty fire-hardened spear manages to hold out. It does not break. We are doing save and die mechanics with our cheap, disposable, and reusable spears, by the way. Bringing us to Wrinklebrain.
All right, let's see if I can kill it.
You stab it.
Oh!
Do 4 damage exactly. Kills it outright. Boom.
Fucking
There we go.
woo!
Okay, my macro does work. Hell yeah. Okay, Joblin, you're facing off against one lioness.
Big tooth fight together. He will stab forth.
Hell yeah.
And
An 11 won't do it, unfortunately. 12 AC. Bringing us to Tac-Tac. We're just moving along combat as John tries to move his action bars.
All right.
Nope. Oh, shit. Yes.
Tac-Tac's going to move up a little bit. Can I still see through the rest of the party? I can still see the line.
Yes, it is a large creature. If it was a medium creature, I'd say, it'd be up to blah, 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 but you can see, like, its back haunches.
Tac-Tac whispers something under his breath, and kind of the sound around him goes silent for a moment, and he's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh. Okay. Go for
A
it.
wisdom save.
Oh, you already linked it. Perfect.
Yep.
A wisdom saving throw. Somehow these things have more wisdom than we'd think. It doesn't
half
understand
damage.
you. You whisper, okay, cool. The target must make a wisdom saving throw on a half, blah, 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 blah. If a creature doesn't move into obvious ground, like a fire. Successful save, the target takes half as much and doesn't have to move away. A deafened creature automatically succeeds. So it takes 9 or half of that?
Half.
Okay, so 4?
4.
Cool. You bring it down. It shakes its head, not sure what the fuck is happening. This lion's dead. This lion, the lioness, makes a morale check. She just lost her mate. She is outnumbered 1-4. And she's an animal. She doesn't want to die here. So, wow, okay. Iced.
Keep up the fight.
No, but she's not going to blindly run away either. So when they fail their morale checks, they normally just piece the fuck out and run. This one, seeming to be much smarter than you, Joblin, will literally, like, faint, try to slash her eyes out, and in that moment, disengage and fuck right off at a absurd speed. Uh-oh. That's all she moves, apparently. There we go. She will run off the map, basically. That is only half of her movement right there. A little... There we go. Yeah, a little less than half. Or a little more than half, excuse me. They have 50 movement speed. I think you guys will get one chance to throw spears or javelins. Whatever in your hand, and then it's gone forever. So we're just going to go through the turn order very quickly. Tunga, you get a chance to hurl a javelin.
Yeah,
Now's the
this
time
is.
to crit.
I'm just gonna use the one-handed one. We will try, and then I will use the Bardic Inspiration. I guess it doesn't matter. I think it
That will
hits
hit,
anyways,
yeah.
right?
A 13 will hit. For
8 damage.
You clip it. Very nice. Next up is Wrinklebrain.
Alrighty.
It's not dead,
On the
but
one.
there we go. The 20 will hit for 7 more. Bringing it to 4 hit points. Joblin, can you make a ranged attack, please?
Joblin will.
Do it.
Go on, hit it. We
Take
need
it
meat.
out.
Is its position accurate, or is it actually like...
No, it's not at all.
Alright, here's a spear.
Okay, the
Yeah.
9 will miss. Tac, will you be the one to bring down this lioness?
Probably not.
Do you even have a javelin left to throw? You do it!
There he goes.
Do 4 damage.
Holy shit.
Do 4
Roll it.
damage. 8!
Yes!
Max
You
damage.
clip it in the, like, back of the neck, and it just tumbles to the ground. You've done it. You've killed 2 of the 3 lions. And with that, we are going to our break, actually. And we will say goodbye to Mr. Underground, because he has to go take his final exam for a course, a class, a college credit? I'm not sure. But don't worry, we'll find someone to cover for you. It's okay. So, guys, we'll be right back in a sec. Woo! Hello, everyone. We're back, and unfortunately, we lost Patrick. But you know what they say: if you got a lot of strength, you might as well be a silent pack mule. And that's what I assume Joblin's going to be doing. As I now micromanage his character sheet as well as all the other tabs I have open. So give me just one second. All right, the battle concludes. You have killed a lioness who tried to escape, and the male trying to impregnate her. Congratulations, you are murderers.
Thank you. I try real hard.
Yeah, you guys did a wonderful job. 2 carcasses of meat and hide lay before you. The problem, well, I guess there's only like one real question, is did they have a cave or not? Who wants to
Me,
figure that
it's
out?
in my character. I have favorite enemy beasts. I'm gonna track these bitches with advantage.
Oh, okay.
He's. I think
Yeah.
it comes back to like Tunga's counting. He's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and he's like Wrinkle Brain. Is this 3?
No, you have miscounted, or there is more. I got this.
Mr. Wrinklebrain, what would you like to do to suss out where the third one is, or are you trying to find the lair?
I'm going to hopefully use a survival check to track Zed beasts to see where their normal non-fucking location is, and see if they have a cave or if they have a den of cubs that I can consume.
Oh, fair. And I like the word consume. And if you hadn't said consume, I would have made an investigation check. But you said consume, and that is what we do here as cavemen. We consume things. So why don't you give me that survival check at advantage to track them? There are a lot.
Good. Wait.
Oh. You know, every time I give you advantage, you just seem to roll a 1.
Don't give me advantage. Apparently, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, this is like the get fucked Millman stream. Whenever he wants to do
Every
anything
time
fun.
an important role. Yeah, anytime there's an important role, I bomb it.
You all watch Wrinkle Brain go Galaxy Brain as he tries to, like, pull an Aragorn and read the tracks, and then he realizes he's never encountered a lion before. So he's like, were they fucking here? What? And it's just, like, looking around. So Tak and, well, Joblin can't make decisions anymore, unfortunately. He's gone. So Tak and Tunga, what are you doing?
This isn't this. Was this the spot where I saw them before? It was like further up, right? Oh, it was
No, this
around
is
here?
a spot. Yeah. If they had like a shelter or a lair, it'd be nearby.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
this
I'll
is
ask,
prime sunbathing spot. You even see like the remnants of like bones and like meat. This is clearly where they eat. And although animals normally eat in their shelter, when weather like this, it's so good. You know, why wouldn't you have a picnic?
Tak, where you think cave at?
We haven't wasted much time already, but we should continue up the cliffs to see if we can find cave.
Wrinkle Brain's just like in the tracks now, licking dirt. Trying.
Yeah, I'm just like, you see me scurry this way, and I'm like, no, scurry that way. Just essentially going in circles, following their tracks.
Can we recover the javelins that we threw? Are they recoverable?
They have a 50% chance of breaking every time you throw them, including when you hit. Because once, you know, part of, like, throwing a javelin at a thing is hoping it breaks off. That way, that creature now has a wooden stake in its body that you can later track. So, go for it. Roll 1d2, decide if 1 is fail or success. Per javelin you threw.
We get our spears back. Do they break?
Spears are slightly harder. It looks like you reclaim 1 javelin. All 3. Perfect. Oh no. Okay.
Just the one. Two
Just the
is
one.
recover, one is fail.
All right.
Perfect.
All right.
What's
Well, I
the
lose one.
probability of getting the spear back?
The spear you can go pick up.
Oh, sweet! I'm gonna get my spear because I only bought one.
Nice.
Son of a bitch.
You hit the... Yeah, okay, cool. You hit the lioness. So it's clear, it's identified. It didn't hit anything hard. It hit like a soft body. So we don't have to do any survival things for that.
I think Tunga is going to like search around for like really dark spots, like areas that just have like a lot of shadows, because maybe that's where like there will have like a cave or something.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. Tac, you said get high ground and then look? Or...
Yes, if possible.
Okay, Joblin will go with you, because I know you're afraid, and Joblin needs someone to follow.
I'm very afraid.
Oh, that's pretty good for someone who has 6 int.
Yeah. Wait, you have 6 int, but no negative modifier? Are you proficient in investigation?
Yeah. It's what I get with this.
Nice.
Wow.
Tac, you climb up. Why don't you give me a perception check? Perfect. You both spot it at almost the exact same time. A little bit uphill, there is a overhang of rock that is just sort of jutting out maybe like 30 feet above this nice little flat ground in this canyon you're in. Or, you know, Rocky Mountains. Kind of a canyon, not really a canyon. You know what I mean. Going over there and investigating it, you will get within like 60 feet of it when you will start to smell the absorbent amount of piss that is marking this domain as a cat club, a pride, excuse me. This is the direct domain. You've been like walking through like scant remains of it, but your noses can't truly pick it up. Here is where it's just like excessive. You will see around it there are all just regular droppings as well. More signs that animals have lived here. That being said, it's not a cave. It does not have 3 walls. It's literally just like shaded.
I mean, it's better than being out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, would it cover us from the Quetzalcoatl? Would it make it much harder to see us, or?
It would cover you 4, definitely, but it can have 3, maybe 4 lions in total. So they're large creatures. That's like 20 by 20 cubic space of cover. That's not enough for all your people.
So we'd have to find like more crevasses. It's not good enough.
No.
I cannot stay here. We must risk the forest.
We take lions back to tribe.
True. Lion. Wait.
A lot.
420 pounds is what a regular lion is. And these ones are basically those.
Holy
I don't know if females weigh less in terms of like percentage, but the lioness would weigh less.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me.
Can we split the weight between 2 people and just carry them between 2 people and just 2?
Okay, they're roughly around the same. 270 to 400 and a male lion.
Depends on the season. If it's mating season, he'll be lighter.
330 to 570. Okay. Can someone roll me a 1d17 plus 33?
Oddly specific.
Yes. All right.
Max roll.
This is a 500-pound lion.
There's so much food here.
Yes. The female will weigh... John will do math. A 1d40 plus 27. That
Fuck
isn't right.
yes.
No, that's supposed
lot
to
of
be... That's wrong. I did math completely wrong. I still rolled maximum for whatever dice it is. We're going to...
Probably like a D10, I think. That's what you're going for? Or, yeah.
I'm trying to get within the 270 to 400 pound range. And John's just really bad at doing math on the fly. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be dividing here. But it's fine. We're going to call it a, like, 380 pound lioness.
Did they give us any backpacks to come up here?
Not unless you specifically took them. So no, it doesn't sound like you took backpacks. But backpacks wouldn't help you in this no matter what.
Well, we would be able to at least take, like, the hide and then, like, cut off some haunches.
Potentially. But you have Joblin here. He could, in theory, drag both of these lions. You had
I have 16 strength, so I could probably drag the lighter one.
You can drag 400 pounds.
I don't know, how much can you drag in D&D?
So what
I've
you
never
really
done
want
this
to
before.
do is... So the way of carrying food back, right? Because hunts can go on for days. And sometimes you can't immediately process it right then and there. Within like a day, you would bring it back to camp. You're within a day travel. You're on your tile with your tribe. Your tribe is here. They're just on the other side. This will be like a day activity to... well, your only real best bet is to... If you don't want the meat, you could try to skin it here. No one brought a leather working kit, did they?
Nope.
We don't
Okay,
have
so-
them, I don't think.
No, there's only one for the whole tribe, so we don't
Okay.
take it out of the tribe.
So you need to bring these animals there, like, right now. What you want to do is carry this thing by finding, like, a branch or a stick that is big enough to support it. Try to bind the wrists and legs over the stick, and then two of you on either end would carry that on their shoulders. These are huge predators, and Tak is not the strongest of people, I believe. You have 10?
I still have a 14 strength.
Oh, you have 14 strength. That's way better. What about you, Crick?
I have a 13.
You have a 13. So no one is terrible at strength. Your second option is to bring your tribe here. If you bring your tribe to the carcasses, they'll just skin them. That being said, they would have to cross the tile and mountainscape where Quetzal is trying to hunt for food, which will end in disaster, I promise you.
I think
Is there-
we-
Is there enough tree cover in here where the lion den is, where we could just,
No.
like, hide out there? No?
There is no tree cover at all. And thanks to one of your players' actions, there's no forest to the south of it either.
Fuck. I guess we try to tie these things up and sling them under, like, a spear?
Yeah. You don't have rope, so you're gonna literally, like, pierce the arms and try to, like, shish kebab the limbs and then, like, drag it or carry
you
it.
put a thing through the tendons because tendons won't snap.
Yeah.
If we get a bunch of spears together, how many spears and stuff do you guys have? Because I have one. If you
Joblin
I have
has
roughly-
one.
I have
spear,
two.
one javelin.
Okay, so we have enough spears to carry one animal, because if you put spears together, you obviously get more strength than having a
Mhm.
solid branch. So we could do one like that, but we'll need to find a branch to do the lioness. So
Joblin... Okay, no, he has javelins. This all being said, when you guys decide to carry this thing, you'll have to drop whatever's in your other hand. Because,
well,
well...
I don't have anything in my other hand, so that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just use my offhand spear, I guess.
Okay.
I can't dual wield spears anymore. Feels
Well,
bad.
if your spear is supporting that, you never have to let go, right?
This is true.
Joblin has... I'm checking carrying capacity now, because movement will be a thing. You may have to camp out in the middle of a canyon and get there tomorrow morning. So Joblin's strength is 18. 18 times 5 is what?
Hang on, I have a calculator handy.
90.
90. Okay, so there's no way in hell if Joblin can't... yeah, they're both way too heavy. If you all work together... That's 90 pounds. I'm trying to see how fast you can go. Because, in theory, if you can reach one of the weight limits... and keep normal speed and just split the entire weight, you will be able to move at a normal pace, which is what you want right now.
Yeah.
So Joblin
Yeah,
can
I
hold 90 pounds. What about you guys? There's 14s and 16s and...
I can hold 70 pounds.
I can hold 80.
Okay,
I've
so
got... what's that?
90 plus 70...
65.
80 plus 65. Okay, so if you carve off 100 pounds of meat from the lioness, you would be able to carry her
We could
back.
just dump her entrails, split the guts, and drop out all the entrails.
Yeah,
We have knives though.
not without your leather kit. You would have to... This would be... You need better tools. This is a problem that your
Alright,
poor tribe...
I'm gonna do this as my downtime. I'm going to use my wrinkle brain and create sharp rocks. Oh my god.
To do downtime, you need the full day. This is...
Yeah.
yeah. That would be like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
tomorrow thing.
Yep. I guess we can just stab a bunch of holes in it and tear its thing open and just go that way.
Yeah. I don't think
Organs
there
are
will
heavy.
be a way to, like, perfectly maximize efficiency no matter what.
No, I'm expecting losses on the female, so
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say we wouldn't be able to get the hides normally, but if we had a knife, we could just cut the haunches off of them, and that would probably be around a couple 100 pounds of meat for how big they are.
Yeah. The problem is you don't have knives yet.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe can we find like big enough of like a branch to like hang this thing on, or to like lay it on top
Oh,
of that we
problem
could
is
just
it's
drag
the
the branches with it? Because it's mostly downhill.
Well, it's like a mountain, right? So you're going uphill
Yeah.
at times, downhill at other times. Right now
So
it'd be
can we-
downhill, but...
can we just really fuck the corpse up by stabbing a bunch of holes in its guts and trying to drop
Yeah.
the guts out?
This will be the roughest job ever, and you are
Oh,
undoubtedly going to damage the fur and hide by doing this, but you can indeed.
Yeah, meat over fur at the moment.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, we don't need to roll any dice for that. I think with Crick's hatred for lions in general, he will lead this charge.
I want to try to find a spot for the female lion that we can, or for the male lion. Which one are we taking with us? Sorry.
We're taking
Taking the
both.
female.
We're just dropping the organs out of the female.
Oh,
You cannot
Okay.
carry both between all of you. You'll have to leave
yeah.
one
I was gonna
behind.
say
This is
Oh,
if
like
the male's
this is
heavier, so it'd
900
make us.
pounds of meat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
the male's
so-
heavier, so it'd make us slower. So what we can do is try to hide it somewhere, like in a crevasse nearby, and then
Okay.
we'll see like if we can come back to get it later without damaging it.
Why don't you
That'll be
give me a wisdom stealth check for that? Since you're trying to obscure this corpse here, Tunga. Crick is undoubtedly leading the stab the corpse with a bunch of wooden spears to, like, rip out entrails and drop 100 pounds that way. But there goes, like, all the good vital organs that we want and need.
It's
Ah.
+1 either way.
Okay, cool. You hide the carcass, and hopefully no other scavenger will see or smell it by the time you get back to it. Okay, you guys begin the long and arduous process of each one of you on, well, two of you on one end with two spears running through the ligaments, or the sinew and whatnot, and each of you just on a corner are going to try to quickly march across your tile here. This 4-mile jaunt through the mountain range. Man. Here we go. John's just gonna roll a dice. That's super cocked.
She said.
Good one.
God.
Fucking
Got him.
what a fucking loser. Things are gonna go wrong. It's expected. You know, you're damaging this carcass beyond just necessity. Part of it will tear off. It will stumble. More than what you bargained for will fall out and apart from the lioness. What was once 400 pounds of meat will become 200 as you haul this scrap of just what was once a living animal back to camp. But you'll do it. And when you come back, it'll be a rough job. You know, your tribe's having some tough times right now. But once you guys come back with proof of kill, it is a moment of celebration. Immediately, your people will try to find your singular leatherworking kit. And start
We actually have multiple. Hold on. Let me double check.
I think you have leather workers. I'll check your tribe sheet.
Yeah, I'll let.
We have 16
Oh my God.
leatherworking.
Oh, yeah. They will take that shit apart as quick as they can. The problem is the hide is more or less unsalvageable.
Yeah, I'll tell Chief Benula that we killed a much bigger one, but it was too heavy for us to bring back, and we hid the corpse.
Oh,
There was no cave, though.
no cave. But meat.
Much meat. 500 pounds. Big lion! We did surprise attack. Caught them while fucking. Never expected it.
You never expect while fucking. To be javelined and speared in the back. That is how my father died, he says, having like a Vietnam flashback before the war.
Longtooth got him, I remember.
I remember too. Anyway, before we are beyond bad times now. These are good times. We have problem. Bird still out there. Bird dangerous. Can swoop down if we move to Big Lion. We are safe for now, but we know not how long. It will take time to prepare meat for travel. All night, if not more the day. You have time to get what you can from Lion. But we must move. We must move fast.
We take several other workers with us. We can get hide from other lion, possibly.
Take kit. Do self. Don't risk shitter. You should all be trained in leatherworking proficiency, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Didn't write it down, but you bet your ass I'm gonna put it on my sheet now that you said that.
I think all adults within your tribe have access to that.
Yeah.
As just being part of a hunter society. You all need to be able to process a corpse and at least get the hide, if nothing else.
Chieftain, I come with thought.
Big Crick, yes.
You and strong men, go get food. I will track ahead, and we will move as a group. We can process meat once we move.
Where move to, you speak of?
We will need to move. I don't think mountains will be safe.
He agrees. Not this one, at least. We must go many miles away through tree cover. And then back to mountains. Mountains have more caves than forests. And less fucking dinosaurs with big teeth and +8 to hits.
Unga bunga. Maybe we stay in forest close to this mountain and try to find caves on the lower part for a few days.
Caves mostly seen at high ridge or medium ridge. Wind and water cut into rock. Forest can't get in way. Perhaps small group go higher, and then, after cave discovered and cleared, we follow behind. At dusk. Go fast.
But
Let us prepare meat. We still have 20 more pounds of fucking roots to get through before we can feast on meat. It is sad.
We'll still need. It's like trying to do math again, and he's like, more people to carry meat. Lion was very big.
Very big?
Very
Like
big.
he's like bigger than big as giant goat almost.
Bigger than Joblin? Impossible.
bigger than
As
John.
big as 2 Joblins, perhaps.
2 Joblins big?
Maybe 3. He was very big. But as I said, we caught while fucking. It was an instant death for her.
True. Just like Papa. How many you think need? 2? 1?
Two more. Two more.
Now it's time for our boy, Chief Bonella, to make his first intelligence check. Because he has to, as camp leader, he has to balance, like, defense, chores, and, like, random skullduggery that people will inevitably get up to. He has a +0 to this. 2. Who could go? He thinks. He looks at the volunteers. He looks at
It was
his
teenagers. They're not good for much else.
teenagers. Yes, teenagers weak though. You will need 3 teenagers for 2 adults, and you will need to take the older ones, the riskier ones. They will verbally backlash and make fun of you because they are rebels and get mad at Chief Bonella for telling them to clean behind ears and stop shitting in drinking water. You will take these rascals. You will teach them how to carve into meat and collect fur. Tomorrow. Tonight we feast on roots. Yeah, that's like a little asterisk. Everyone's just like, yeah, aw.
Oh, fuck.
A fire will be lit. The carving will go as expected. The meat is salvageable. The leather, definitely not. John is checking his good old handout that he gave you as well. New tools. Yeah, there's not going to be any animal hides from this one, unfortunately, guys. Okay, well then. Meat will be collected. Can someone go into... I need someone to designate themselves as the tribal sheet auditor. Normally I'd leave this to Patrick, but can you add 200 pounds of meat? You will have 1 more day of roots. This is your 2nd day here. And that's kind of when you guys will need to start hitting the road. The meat will be prepared basically as an all-day activity for the tribe. And you guys will snake your way back through the canyon to the next lion. Taking leatherworking tools with you, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
And backpacks if they let us.
Yes, they will give 1 backpack up for this thing. And hopefully the entire pelt, whatever you can manage to salvage, will be there. And can fit. Any things you guys want to do during the night, specifically? Or John's going to roll his nightly encounter.
second spear.
Yeah, we need to make more spears.
Okay, that'll be your nightly activity.
I need javelins.
Okay. Start making yourself some javelins. You can make 1 spear or 2 javelins per night. Normally it'd be like a... it'd be easier if you had more fires and more space to like work with, but you're at like half production right now. Please equip those to your sheets. Belt's gonna roll his random encounter. You still hear that fucking screeching dinosaur above you. It does not get closer once you guys do what you need to do. Dousing fires, hiding, no big deal, no checks necessary. You've hidden from this thing before in the same woods, so same situation. It flies, it can't find you. A sigh of relief is had at dawn. The tribe goes about their business. You have tribes, you have teenagers. The 3 of them will follow you.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's go. We'll do the trek back, and then once we get there, we'll see how we go.
Are you guys going fast now that you know where to go?
Yep.
Or are you, okay.
Moving
Yeah, we're
fast.
trying to
We're
get there
trying
as
to get it
fast as
done
we
as
can.
fast as possible so we can get back, get it processed, and move.
We'll
You run.
make sure to head along where the like crevices and stuff are, so that way if we have to, we can hide in them.
True. You will sprint and run. The teenagers will huff and puff. Their endurance isn't as strong as an adult warrior like you guys, but for you, you are persistence hunters. This is not even going to be a check. If you were a scavenger, it might be, if you were trying to do, like, a long run. But right now, you are moving fast, doubling your movement speed, which is normal speed, and you will get there within but a few hours. Before lunch, before the river of light, as he calls it. For there is no singular ball of sun. It is above you in the sky on this. Let's find out weather. Really cloudy day, almost like it's starting to drizzle. The rain is coming. This is kind of bad timing. But you're running as fast as you can. You gotta beat the rain now. And Tunga, there's a goat that is just like grazing that you have a chance to scare.
How big a goat is it?
It's a regular goat.
Oh, I scare the shit out of this goat.
Give me an intimidation check.
This one.
The goat is nonplussed and runs off. It does not have a heart attack, but it's just like, what the fuck? And just like trots 50 feet away. And you have places to go. You don't have time to fucking kill this piece of shit. It's a distraction right now. You need to get to where you know meat is. And you rush there. You run and run and run. And John rolls a luck die. Did the 3rd one come back? The 3rd one did not come back. It sensed what was wrong and it hit the ground running. Did the black bears find it or smell it on the wind? They did not, unfortunately. They're too far away.
Thank God.
You make it back. We have some bad news.
Uh-oh.
You did not prepare this corpse in any meaningful way. The innards are spoiling. Most of the meat can be salvageable. The fur is damaged a little bit. You did stab it in the back several times and then, like, in the head with your spears. But you can still try to save the hide. Some of the meat will be salvageable.
Right, what's the roll?
Who wants to do it? I have new
I'll do
tools. Okay, leatherworking tools.
And
Whew. Alright, you start busting out such precious bone knives. These things easily chip, but they also have been ground down and refined to have a sharp edge. Mechanics. To use these tools, you must be proficient in them, which you are. If making something you have already handled, you're not making anything right now. You are purely harvesting animal hides. Animal hides are pelts or furs successfully harvested from animals. The DC of harvesting an animal carcass is based on how the creature died. If a creature was slain through piercing or slashing damage, the DC to find useful fur is DC 15. If killed through bludgeoning damage, the DC becomes 10. Any amount of piercing or slashing damage automatically increases the DC to 15, regardless if it was like 1% of the total damage dealt. Because I'm not going to play that fucking game. Okay. This is the thing I am reading. It should be within your handouts. Yeah, it's under new tools as future reference. Yeah. So, this is a wisdom... it's either going to be a wisdom or intelligence check.
I'll go wisdom because I am proficient.
It's not a choice. Hang on.
Okay.
It is based on what you've handled before. So if this is something new that you like, if you're trying to skin a T-Rex, it's an intelligence based since no one skins that shit. But if you've like killed a lion before, which you haven't since you're level 1, it will be based off wisdom. So having high int is good right now.
Oh, that's perfect for me then.
Can I help him with this?
Oh
wait, you said it's an intelligence check. Never mind.
Yeah.
So what am I rolling? Just a flat intelligence check?
It is that plus your proficiency bonus, since you were proficient with this.
Okay, so that's... Alright, let me have a look. So I essentially, if I roll my wisdom survival, I add 1. Okay.
What's your intelligence score? And let's just add 2 to
that. It is 15.
That's a plus 2.
Plus
so
2.
You, okay, so you have
so
plus 4 to this roll. Yeah, roll that, and we'll just add 2 in our heads.
Yeah.
You want 15. Oh, no. The hide is too damaged.
Had advantage.
If only. The hide is too damaged. If it was killed with, like, a club, which, of course, you guys don't have, but it's not too hard to make a club for future reference, it would have been great. John's checking to see if you can get anything from this. I think it's all or nothing, unfortunately.
That's okay.
It's a good learning experience. This is great practice for you and the teenagers. All of you in the future will now be able to roll wisdom for lions when it comes to skinning. So if you want to denote that on your character sheet, please do. If you just want, like, what have we killed and just, like, put the monsters, go for it. Or, like, what have we tried to skin, maybe.
Is the Big Tooth tribe unable to use bone carving tools?
Currently, yes. You need to find someone proficient. You need, like, some madman you, like, pay or, like, bribe to come live in your tribe. To bring that skill. However, bone carving will be incredibly important, which is why I put that tool in the thing. Since you guys are hunter-gatherers. You will get a percentage of the meat. No big deal. I was just going to roll this. Surprisingly, it kept well. Maybe it was because of the high altitudes, and you only lost 1/5 of the entire meat sack before you could prepare it. So you still gained 400 more pounds of meat. Together with your teenagers, you'll be able to lift it. You have spears. You've done this once before. Yeah. You will take... What's up?
Perfect.
It is perfect. Oh my god. So much food. John will roll to see if anything sees you. Nope. Nothing sees you on your way by. You have more or less cleared out that section of this hex. The black bears, don't seem to see you. Black bears are notorious for having shitty eyesight. Bears in general do. And you have a good... What's the wind condition like? A good southern wind coming down, just straight south. It looks like it's about to rain. You head to that copse of trees on that ridge with your prize, and everyone's like, yes! cheering as you bring such precious cargo back. This will feed your tribe for weeks, potentially. Congratulations, your hunt is successful.
Well, we got it halfway done, right? Got
Yeah.
most of them.
Well, if we,
It was
but
a
this
success.
is the thing. This is the thing, though. If we succeeded every roll, it would be less rewarding when we actually like. It'd be more catastrophically bad when we fail every time after this.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm happy taking a medium ground where we at least got the meat.
No, yeah.
Has that meat been added to your character sheet?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Alex, for doing that. Your tribe will spend this entire day and night smoking this meat. I will just roll a nighttime encounter because you are participating in this as well. You're collecting the fat, and holy shit, this is when it attacks. This is when it finds you. I have been rolling so fucking crazy on my extremes. I've rolled like 80s, 90s. I just rolled a 99. The Quetzal is coming. It has taken all the time it needs. You've lingered here too long. It's gonna hit you at dusk, right before the sun sets. Okay.
At least
John-
you're not blind.
True.
You know, there are some perfectly good giant goats and a couple bears to
Do
the
I?
northeast.
This isn't as forested as I'd like, but it will be good enough. John will zoom out. Hilly, yeah, we'll just put you guys here. I am not going to throw down 1,000,000 tribal warriors to denote the tribe. Instead, I will bust out Chieftain Banula, Krigra Krek. You don't have a token associated with your character sheet. Why is that? Why is that? Oh, fuck. I need a... Oh, no. It didn't save. But I have a stat block prepared. Don't worry. I've got this. You can be the weird man, I guess. Krigra. Oh, fuck. I'm looking at Smooth Brain Idiot. Or I mean, Wrinkle Brain Crick. There's too many...
Oh,
I'm sorry.
too many smooth brains over here.
Too many! Where are you? Oh, no. Fuck. There we go. Krigra Krek. You will have HP. Then we will edit, and you select a token. Save token. Alright, cool. We're done. We are going to drag you guys onto the map here in just 1 second. I promise, don't worry. It's gonna happen. John will... here it comes. So many tabs. There we go. Shift tab, and then he's going to drag your character tokens. You are in this copse of trees. Fuck, I really need to fix Joblin's token. God damn it. Tac is hanging out with the shaman. I've given your chief a red health bar for no particular reason. It's not like he's about to ally himself with this fucking dinosaur. Don't worry. And then we are going to bust out this massive fucking monster. Before you have time to douse a fire, during the last hour of sunlight before the black void comes, it appears. Flying high in the sky like a nose-diving plane because John has bad character tokens. It will come and fly towards you. There we go. And by fly towards you, I mean away from you, apparently. Alrighty. Joblin, we will see to everyone.
Damn flying ostrich.
Indeed. Why don't we go ahead and roll for initiative and try to knock out...
Cassowaries.
It's just one.
Cassowaries are worse.
Natural 20.
It is
There-
just
there.
one.
It's
You're
just
right.
one. You should be able to do it before
Oh.
it takes some children, right? Initiative.
I think we should kill
It
it.
could-
I'm
We should
down.
let it take the
Initiative.
children, yeah. You know, if
The
we kill it,
chief.
then we get to fail another intelligence roll on skinning it. It's pretty great.
I'm down. That's a lot of meat. And then we don't have to run away.
Wrinkle
No, then
brain
we
crick.
just wait till the bears figure it out. Kill him to kill us.
John has to see its fly speed because that's when you'll really notice it. It is... it's out of range. It's like 80 feet in the fucking air right now. But, you know, you see it in the sky. It is clearly coming straight towards you, Crick. What are you doing? As John breaks out the battle music.
I think I'm going to move
Field of
towards the
Heroes.
front of the party and just ready my action to engage it when it's in engagement range.
Is that when it's in range to throw it, or when it melee?
Oh, no. When it melee. I want
Okay,
I
cool.
want to lock it down.
Alright. Tac, it's your turn.
All right. In a unexpected bout of courage, Tac is also going to move up to the front.
Your tribesmen are like, no, run away!
Tac is going to. How far away is it roughly?
We'll just use this. It's 80 feet in the air and 50-ish feet away from you.
Sure. I'm going to hold an action to cast a spell if it comes within 30 feet of me.
What spell?
That would be Animal Friendship.
Oh. Interesting.
I pull out a piece of food, and I'm going to attempt to convince it that we mean it no harm.
So, this isn't a... So, I'm going to not jip you and take your turn away, because you've never played with me before. So, creatures have a sliding scale of, like, hostility, right? So, it goes from, like, we're friendly to we're hostile, and there's, like, this neutral spectrum in there. Hostile creatures, right now, would not work with animal friendship, solely because you need to, like, offer it food, and you are that food right now.
Sure.
If you, like, caught it while it was, like, landing, and it was just like, ooh, what are you? Then you would be able to do this, like, super easily. So I won't, you can... What would you like to do instead of this?
I will pull out a javelin and
Cool.
ready an action to throw it if it gets within range of the javelin.
Perfect. Tunga. Tunga?
Tunga no like dying. Tunga is going to stand here in between my friends and say, "Stay close. We all hit it together when it comes too close, and we'll prepare to strike it when it gets within range."
Did you say spear or javelin?
I'm gonna spear it if it gets close.
Or is that your final movement?
Yep.
Okay. Chief Banula. He sees what's going on. He looks at Tac, who's way too far ahead, and is preparing to throw a javelin. He comes to stand beside you and readies his spear, the long tooth itself. And that is when the Quetzalcoatlus gets to go. It will see Tac. Tac, it's coming straight for you. It's time to shoot, just like they do in South Park. It's beginning to descend. It hits that javelin range. It's time to javelin it. You will crit it! Oh my god, the hero! Tac! Roll for damage. 10 points of damage. You chunk it in the beak. Yeah. John will zoom in on its health bar just so that everyone can see.
Oh, that's still way too much health.
That's still pretty nice on the hit roll.
Indeed.
Yes.
Your boy, the chieftain himself, as this thing comes to swoop and dive attack you, he will get his ready to attack first. Two-handing it. What? Two-handing it, game? Why does it have 1d6s all over the fucking area? What the fuck? Okay, it will, for 19s, for a maximum fucking damage of 11.
He's the fucking Chad.
This is why he's the chief, he says. But unfortunately, the Quetzalcoatlus chose its attack. It's doing a flying attack. It has moved more than 35 feet. And is going to bite attack you. Tac, is this time? Where you die? No, it's not!
Oh, incredible.
Oh!
Against all odds.
Okay, it used more than half its speed to descend upon you all. And it will move an additional 30 feet to do its flyby maneuver. Guys, it has flyby. This is a huge dinosaur that gets fucking flyby. It is insane. And it will just fly out of range. Well, it came up and then it, like, went up 20 feet. So maybe it's in javelin range if you, like, chase after it. Which is what Joblin will do. Joblin, he can't rage and maintain it if he throws a spear, so he will just try to javelin it.
Well, if you rage and throw, it's still making an attack, right?
It has
Or
to
do
be
you
a
have to do
melee
damage?
attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He will hit it for another 6, bringing it to 9 hit points. And bringing us to Krigra Krek, who's more attent in keeping everybody alive than doing anything. She also doesn't have any range spells. Brain Krick, it's your turn. Do you have a javelin?
I have a spear.
Okay.
I want to yeet my spear.
You'll have to get right under it as it, like, is
Okay.
flying above you. So you
How
run.
far is that?
You have more than enough. You can
Okay.
just... You get right up next to it, and then you hurl your spear towards its belly. A 12. Will a 12 hit?
Come
A
on.
12 will barely miss. Armor 13.
Oh, bounces off it. Fuck.
It just goes a little bit wide. You're like, fuck! Tac. Your chief is next to you.
Another javelin, I think.
Okay. Can you
little bit.
move a little bit? Perfect.
Yep.
Oh my god, they're gonna fucking kill it. You hit. You're a fucking
Yo,
Chad.
we don't have to go anywhere.
Minimum
These
damage.
fucking bitches need to worry about us.
Tunga, it's time. Do you have a javelin?
It's Tunga Bunga time.
I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration on Tunga.
Perfect. Sorry.
Oh, Tunga Bunga.
Tunga Bunga, here it comes. Tunga.
I made a javelin specifically for this purpose.
You hit.
Oh yeah, you did. Fucking
Oh,
landed.
yeah.
You deal just enough to kill it. It had 6 left. It begins to topple to the ground, carrying it into this hill. It does like a full fucking roll and then is just broken on the ground. You all are surprised by this. Normally, it just like swoops down and grabs people and then fucking takes off. But you held your ground. The chief was with you with his spear. Tac, oh my god, Tac the hero had javelined it.
Fucking shit on this.
Holy shit. And all of you let out a collective sigh of relief. You don't need to run into the woods filled with even more dangerous monsters. Your tribe members come out of their hiding spots around hills, above the trees. One is just, like, secretly snacking on part of a lion that you guys killed, but, like, no one's paying attention to him, really. And yeah, you guys can start processing this thing. And I don't know how much this creature weighs since it's a dinosaur, but I think it's gonna have... Oh, it's a bird, too. It's more or less
Fucking
just a
massive,
big
right?
crow. Yeah, it's a huge-sized bird.
I
but
forgot
most...
it's a fucking bird. I was gonna see if you'd let me make like a skull mace from its like vertebrae, but it's like lightweight bones, right? So it'd be fucking worthless.
It's hollow bones. All of those bones are probably destroyed. It doesn't have a true, like, hide. It's mostly feathers. So at
Hey, feathers
most...
are better than nothing.
Yeah. Someone with intelligence may try to skin it regardless.
Yo.
To see if they can, pluck some good old feathers out. We don't have a necessary use for them just yet, because fletching and bows are not a thing. But you'll get some feathers, some beak. You'll have some meat. I don't know how
We
much
make
these...
like headdresses and stuff out of the feathers. Make,
Yeah, these would
decorative
definitely be,
purposes.
like, used for spell components. This is a rare thing. These things normally just die out in the wilderness, people don't usually kill them, since, you know, range is that of a javelin, right? So let's see that intelligence skinning check, and please add that to the character sheet of things you... Oh my...
Ooh. Incredible.
What? That is a success. You
Fuck
will...
Yes.
Please add this to the character sheet, Alex. You will get one large hide from this. I will quickly explain.
One?
Just one. Although it is a huge creature, it's mostly wings, and that wing stuff can't really be used for true
Yeah,
clothing.
I was just messing with you. I'm sorry.
Don't fuck with me, Charlie. I will take you seriously
Why not?
100%
You're gonna
of the
kill
time.
me eventually, okay? You'll get your revenge.
True.
Can I
Yeah,
keep its claws?
totally. Yeah, you can add that to your personal character sheet. There are like talons that you can like pluck out of the
Yeah.
feet. We don't have a use for those just yet, but it does have
That's
talons.
what I'm gonna. That's what I plan to do my wrinkle brain thing of researching.
Cool.
I would like to get the teeth from it.
It
if we
does
can.
not have teeth. It has a beak.
Fuck this thing. This is a piece of shit.
It is a piece of shit bird. There's next to no reason to go out of your way to hunt these things. They're just a aerial threat. You will collect almost all of the feathers. You will skin most of the hide. John's thinking
More
of
meat for
what
the
else
meat
you can
pile?
do. Yeah, so these claws, it doesn't have a claw attack, so those claws are mostly just to move around the world. But you can definitely get them. They're maybe like a couple inches long, several centimeters in Euroland or wherever the hell you hail from.
Thank you.
Uh,
Everywhere else in the world, yes.
no. We only live in America. They are mostly wings. Okay. So, let's talk about what you can do with hides. Hides, you can create stuff. If you look at the new tools handout here, I'll just show to players real quick. You can look at this handy-dandy little chart John's given you. There are things you can make with hides. You have one large hide armor. You know, you can make hide armor. You can make more backpacks. You can make pouches, which, you know, you can have sand in pouches, you know. Javelin bands to hold more javelins. You can make tents even. As well as just regular clothing. Clothing is going to be, like, your main trade good. They are the ultimate show of, like, prestige and success. The more your tribe is clothed, the more people realize they are so successful, they can spend, like, a valuable resource clothing everybody. Holy shit. And people who also have resources but don't hunt like you guys will want your clothing. This will, like... We don't have currency. We have no gold, silver, electrum, platinum, mithril, right? So trading, bartering is going to be how you get new stuff. Potentially, if you have enough downtime, you can even barter your way into proficiencies. You'll be like, hey, we will, you know, give your tribe this so and so much resources. Can we have Elder McChucklefuck who knows how to bone carve? And, like, that guy who has no more, like, guy or gal has nothing left to give the tribe other than, like, this resources, will more or less trade their life to and their experience for things that will help the tribe. Alternatively, you could do, like, a lend and lease system, but, like, it's rare for traveling tribes to, like, run into each other. So if, like, it's a very unique thing in a specific region, and you're like, we may never come back here in your lifetime, you want older people to, like, teach you quickly. They'll die off. You'll treat them with respect, or, you know, you'll fucking eat their corpse. I don't know what you guys are planning to do in the future. But, this is, like, that is your main commodity. Backpacks are
So-
another super useful thing to have, just in
Okay.
general.
So how
Yeah.
much pelt did we get from this?
You got
Like,
one
five?
large hide, which equals 4 medium hides.
So this counts as like dinosaur hide, right? So if
Uh,
we were
it's like an avian hide. When we think of dinosaurs, we're thinking about like hard reptiles, right?
so
Like
it doesn't
T-Rex
it wouldn't give you the plus 1 hide armor if we tried to make that.
No. This thing is like
Oh.
it's a bird. It's a big bird, right?
Yeah, I think the best thing then is it's either 2 more backpacks because it'll be much easier to like gather and bring stuff, or clothing to try to trade. I don't think we have
Well,
anyone
we
to trade
haven't
with,
found
right?
anybody to trade with, so I'm thinking either a tent or backpack and pouches. One,
It's
so
not
we
big
can-
enough for a tent. You need the equivalent of 8 hides, which would be too large.
Why don't we think about what we plan to do with this new resource? Maybe we'll just hold on to it. The world is vast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll hold on to it for now.
You have enough space just with your tribe to we won't worry about weight just yet. It's kind of like, oh, we're all pitching in to hold on to it. Eventually we'll know how to carve bone. Hopefully we will find someone to do that for us. But right now we have ended our session, and why don't we just tally up experience? You guys have done some
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
We survived.
You
We didn't take any
survived.
damage.
Part of the
I
experience. Yeah, what's up, Alex? Don't let me
No,
interrupt
go
you.
on.
I'm just saying that part of that encounter will go to Chief Vanilla. He dealt a significant blow, no matter how we cut it. But the lions are solely yours. You guys went around, you survived, you scavenged. Welcome to the world, first of all. Congratulations. Nobody died in session 1. Despite what the dice wanted, apparently. So, we have 450 from the Quetzalcoatlus divided by 5. Divided by 5. So everyone can take 90 from the Quetzal. And then the lions. Our lions, they are CR1, which is 200. You killed 2 of them, so that's 400 divided by 4, which is 100. Okay, so we're at 190 right now. I really like the role play. We're learning about the world. We may end the session at level 1 regardless, though. Okay, take 100 for role play. We'll just do half rate of normal right now. We're just learning so much.
Would you like things to add? Like, I'll give you things that milestones for the session. I can
Yeah,
list
why don't
some.
we talk about that?
We successfully got the thistle,
True?
the medicine.
With a natural 20.
Yep. We found that. We beat that. I don't think there's anything else really of note yet.
God, I like the argument that natural 20s give you experience, because then I can level all my monsters, too. We initially set out to find a cave for a pregnant woman. That was, like, the main quest of, like, our tribe needs a permanent settlement. I think once we find that, we will do level up. So, take 290. We can... Just as a record, you guys are doing downtime all the fucking time.
Yeah.
When we, like, complete that, we'll instantly start downtime, and then we'll just hit level 2. So whenever we manage to do that, that's going to be at least worth 10 experience. But everyone can take 290 for right now. Congratulations on surviving combat. Welcome to the world of the Age of Myths in wherever the hell we are. To all the viewers at home, thank you so much for joining us. Tomorrow, we have a political team, at least 3 of them, since some people just don't want to play D&D. Unbelievable.
Bastards.
If you guys have shout-outs, please shout out. Millman, do your thing.
Alrighty. I'll be alive, and then hopefully in the next 4 hours. If you didn't know, I'm live on Twitch every single day for a minimum of 6 hours, so you'll be able to catch me in every time zone. You normally catch me in your guys' morning or evening. and I'm awake most of the prime time for Australia and early morning / day for Europe. I will be playing Icarus or I can't think of what else I've been playing lately. Either maybe some TFT, some League, Warhammer, the Inquisitor.
Nice.
So yeah, you'll see
can't
me
wait.
here somewhere.
I can't wait to alt-tab, mute my Twitch stream, and then cry. Just leave my computer on, drain all the energy to bump up your numbers by 1 millman. Charlie, where can we find you? I know you're due to go back to the Mist.
Yeah, we missed the last session into the Mist, but tomorrow at 2:30 Central Time, we're gonna be running out into the Mist. Hopefully, get some goddamn weapons forged. We've only been trying. This is the second month of trying to get a weapon forged, and then we're gonna go fight the Priest of Blood, dubbed the Meat Man.
The Meat Man.
Should be a great time. That'll be on Greg Hansen's stream.
Yeah, he's live right now. By the way, everyone go check out Greg Hansen if you are not already. Alex, can we find you anywhere, or are you a mysterious man of mystery?
Just here on, Fridays, Saturdays, whatever it is for you guys. I stream very, very occasionally.
Hey.
Not enough to worth bother tuning in, but
That's unfortunate.
I'll have to find you and lurk you and harass you in chat as I do to John and everybody else that I hang out with.
This is true. Guys, wherever Patrick is, he doesn't have time for us, I guess. But you can find him on Greg Hansen's too. I think he's going with you, Charlie, or I don't know. What's happening.
No, I think Coffee Traveler had to take his place.
Oh.
He called off because I think he's studying for exams last time.
Makes sense.
So, unfortunate.
God, being a college student brings back memories. All right, guys, I love you all. We've overstayed our welcome by 5 minutes. Have a wonderful night, and as always, don't die. See you tomorrow. Woo! 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 Woo.